All right.
All we do before stream starts is say our social security number a few times.
God.
So
Yeah.
I don't think.
Does no one else hear that Sirenscape?
No,
Yeah, I do.
I do.
I have it on like the lowest possible.
Guys, I actually
low.
can't make the session this week.
All right. So let's take a look at where we left off, shall we?
Yep.
Would you look at that? So, anyone want to recap last session, or shall I?
I can recap.
All right, fire away.
Bird.
What happened with Doomby?
So, last session, you guys awoke in that field. You had to fight some what appeared to be specters of people you knew to be dead. And you, after what appeared to be a fairly vicious battle and Andar being possessed by one of the spirits as well as Mim, you guys startled awake to find yourself drenched in sweat and exhausted, but back on the mountain and a Doomby missing. You went on the hunt for a Doomby, found him face deep in what appeared to be a massacred mountain ram, with no recollection of how he got there. And have continued down the mountain to the bridge, of which Andar took the first initiative to walk across, and in doing so, drew the attention of the rock, which has swooped down the canyon, and Andar has lost his footing and is falling towards the ground below.
Right. Love it.
Anybody have any questions before we get started and roll some initiative?
Is that water down there, or is that ice?
That's ice.
Cool.
Ice, baby.
And
Ice about
be the
500
rock.
feet down. And I think we did the
We
math
already
of 3 rounds. Is what we
Does
ruled
ice
last time,
count
which
as
is
water for water moving things.
What?
I believe typically it does, actually.
yeah,
Water.
it depends on I think it depends on the circumstance, but yes, generally.
I mean,
Because
like
create-
a cantrip shape water.
Well,
I would
create
say
and
that-
destroy water.
Oh, it does say you can
interacts with ice.
freeze the water.
Yeah.
I do think
So if you
that
can freeze it, I suppose that would.
I would say by the same logic you could probably unfreeze it, yes.
Okay.
Very nice. We rolled initiative last time. Do we want to keep the same number?
Yeah, we did. I don't know why they're not there. Do you guys see them? Because I do not.
Not in the initiative tracker, but it's in the chat history.
Oh, okay. Let me take a look. All right, let me create that then. I don't know why it got rid of it. Oh, I know why. It was because I had to remake this scene, actually. So let me put everybody into combat. And then I'll start placing, except for I don't need Doctor Who in combat. Let me start placing initiatives.
Doctor Who is an integral part of my falling plan.
That's fine, but his initiative is your initiative, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can you throw him like a paper plane? Just like,
I don't see why not.
Oh my
how
god.
far do you think he can go unassisted?
Unassisted.
Am I throwing him off something, or just like ground level?
You know what? I want you to have the best chance to succeed.
You know, I feel like he's pretty good at flying, so he'd be able to glide very well. I think he could go for quite some time.
Quite some time. Four.
How?
1, 2. Oh man, why do you have 2 initiatives?
That's a great question.
Nice.
I don't know.
I looked up how long can an owl glide, and it says long periods of time.
Oh, those were different initiatives, it looks like.
Okay.
I mean, the closer you count to infinity, the less.
You know what
the
it
more
was?
pointless it becomes.
Yes.
We rolled and then realized that we're supposed to be at disadvantage.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
My roll is definitely a disadvantage.
so that's why. So the Mim's actually the 17. Because
We're
that
gonna
was her.
die.
No. No, we'll be fine. It's just most of us.
Um,
I don't like being super slow though.
Yeah. Wait. So what's the deal with our? Where did I? Oh,
egad. So yeah,
Yep.
so we said 180 feet per round falling. Thank you for putting that in.
I knew we would forget it. I'm glad I put that in.
I was like, I think it was about 3, which is accurate. 180 would have been 3. So, all right, is that? And then did the rock roll initiative?
Yeah, I got a 15, I thought. Yeah, 15.1.
15.1. For whatever reason, I either missed that or can't see it. But 15.1.
It's right below the EGAD for me.
Yeah, I don't have that one for some reason, but I'm glad someone does. All right. But yeah, any questions before we get started? And what was your question?
Can you remind me of all the penalties for being exhausted?
Yes. So yeah, you have 2 points of exhaustion. So your speed is halved, and you have disadvantage on ability checks.
Okay. Thank you. Cool.
And why do you only have 2? I think you should have 3.
You told me to.
I have
I was-
3.
Yeah.
I got 2.
Mim survived. She was
Did I?
enthralled, but she survived.
Right.
I'm also not a wolf. I don't know if that does anything. Points for me, but not exhaustion points.
Then I think Andar should only have 2 as well.
No, I died. I super died.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind. Okay. So, no questions? We can begin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are the odds the rock dies right now? Just a heart attack or something.
0.0001%.
You're evil.
I mean, here's the thing, right? The Rock
I'll
is
roll it.
exhausted.
I'll roll
He's
it.
been rebuilding his nest that we fucking destroyed.
Honestly,
He's
yeah.
exhausted.
I will say going into this, I will throw you guys a small bone in the sense that you've learned something about the rock since you last saw the rock.
Don't fuck with it. That's what we learned.
I mean something specifically about the rock's role in things, but yes.
I don't
All right.
remember.
Oh yeah, was I gonna do something? Oh, I was gonna do something. That's
Wait.
right. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
What is it that a normal person's brain would remember?
A servant of the huntress.
The
Or something like that.
The seer. She is an ally of the seer.
A seer, whichever one is the mountain. She's got
Yes.
2.
Yes, the seer is the.
It's got 2 mountains.
She's got
the
2
seer.
shrines, and the rock is a protector of the shrines. Is an ally of the seer. All right. Casimir starts us off. Did I roll them at disadvantage? I'm not sure I did.
The rock?
No, Irina and Casimir.
They won't hit anyways. It's fine.
Okay, well. Yeah, I'll roll them one more time just to check. So 19.4 versus that one's lower, and 9.14 versus. So it will be 9.14, not 19.
Seeker.
I don't want to go first. So if I
It is
just
your
make sure I-
turn.
No. I don't know what to do.
Andar is falling off the bridge. The rock has swooped down and is currently in the process of doing a pass over the bridge.
We do have all our spell slots and stuff, though, right?
You have
Yeah.
everything from your long rest. You're just exhausted.
Yeah, Andar can handle himself, I think.
The alert feed is really unfortunate for people who don't want to go first a lot.
I do want to go first, but not in this situation.
Also, Dunby, I made your wildfire spirit, so if at any point you want to throw him in, he is available.
Can you remind me? Wait, hold on. Cause what's his butt? What's his name?
What's his butt? What's his name?
Yeah, the guy. Casimir. Sorry, it's been too long. Casimir, hit him with Ray of Frost, right?
Not this battle, but last time.
Yeah. But so like, I probably know not to get in the way. Okay, so I guess I'll 50 feet once lit. Burns for. Oh, that's not what I want. Damn it! Sorry, I wasn't prepared. Okay, I will bonus move and bonus action, I guess, to get 30 feet, which sucks. I want to get. Can I be above Irina?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. And I don't remember the last fight, so this is hard. I'll just try to firebolt, I guess.
Do it.
Okay, I suck. It won't let me do it on the thing. Oh, this isn't disadvantage. It's not an ability check, right?
Correct. You with 2 only, you can attack normally. That's gonna miss.
Huh? You sure? Check it again.
You come zooming forward and seeing Andar fall. You watch him fall and it distracts your aim and you fire off in front of the rock.
Alright, I got 5 more feet of movement. I'm just gonna go boop, and then I'll be good. That's my turn.
All right.
Sorry, guys.
Andar, you are free falling.
How far down am I?
You just started falling, so at the end of your turn, you'll be 180 feet down.
I'm gonna cast fly on myself.
All right.
And then
So we'll say you probably make it 40 feet as you're casting.
oops.
Ignore that.
And I'll just fly over there.
Cool. I'm going to use this to track your depth. That's your turn, which brings us to the rock. Who, watching Andar vanish under the bridge, but seeing the bright flashing light from Nim, is going to turn and see Irina and Casimir.
It's okay. That's why they're here.
Can't get to the tower directly. Let's see what its movement would be here. Oh, but it's got a lot of movement. Okay. So it's actually going to fly around the broken tower to there. That's 90 feet. Oh.
Oh, we brought
So
it
it's going
closer
to come
to
up this way. And it is going to... Can I rotate you?
It's worth noting that I look like a bunny.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that's important to know, actually. Because
Yep, I'm in
as
my
it comes
white
around the
herring
corner,
gun.
it would see 2 rabbits, right? Standing right next to each other.
Why do you look like a bunny?
Because I disguise self as a white herring gun. That may or may not be an ex-lover of Sten.
Well, in that
There's
case,
some weird lore.
it's gonna pop over here. And there's what? And are you glowing? Because your aura is on for me.
Oh, interesting. So if it's on for me, you can see it. No, I am not going.
Okay.
But that's good to know.
Because that would make a difference. Well, it does have 2 attacks, so it's going to multi-attack, and it's going to swing a talon at Sten. Does a 17 hit?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And that's 25 slashing, and you're grappled. Well, the beak is going to go for Alistair. That's a 31 to hit.
Jesus Christ.
And 24 piercing damage as a big chunk is taken out of your shoulder, and you feel the warm rush of blood soak your
Cool.
your
I just took
collar.
a fourth of my health. No big deal.
He's a big boy.
You a big boy.
Sten, you are grappled and being carried by the rock. If I can find
Wayne the
grapple.
Rock Johnson.
Done. All right.
Sorry.
That was 90 feet of its movement. So Sten, you're gonna. Can I make this a mount? Is a mount.
I bust out a saddle, assume my position.
All right. So that means Sten is being grappled and is carried another 30 feet as the rock continues to fly over. Which brings us to Casimir,
You're being carried.
who is going to turn around and
How do you guys deal
throw
with
a
this rock
firebolt
before?
at the rock. He is exhausted 3 times, so he is at disadvantage. That's gonna miss.
Ugh. It's not fair when the rock rolls great and we don't. I'm just saying.
Alistair.
I need a dex save from the rock.
Dex save. An 11.
Beautiful. My hands glow gold, and a golden fire rains down on the rock for 10 radiant damage.
And radiant.
Send Radianate.
It barely notices.
I figured I just didn't want to make an attack roll.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yeah, because, well, spell attack counts as the attack action, right?
Yes.
Okay. Sure, I'll try and shoot it. Why not? It's a 20. That's not at disadvantage. Please hold. It's the same number. Does 23 hit?
23 does hit.
Cool. 4, 6 piercing.
6 piercing.
Or
That's my turn.
And what was that, just so I know?
Just my crossbow.
Ah, cool. Because you have 2 attacks.
Yep.
Cool. Irina is going to pull out her longbow and try and take a shot. Also at disadvantage. Which unfortunately is also going to go sailing off as the arrow once again gets buffeted by the wind. A Doonbee.
oh no.
The rock is probably at this point 30 feet above you with Sten in its claws.
Where is it going?
It went around. Basically, its path has been here.
Oh no, like where is it going?
Right now, it's heading that direction.
Few birds done secretly.
But it's mostly the momentum of its movement.
Okay, I see. Did I take that one spell that I thought would never be useful, but was? Nope. Sorry.
How far is it in the sky?
It's about 30 feet up from you right now.
I am going to reach out and wait, this has enough range, right? Why doesn't it say range?
For what?
Blight. 30 feet. Is it 30 feet for me? Yeah, like
Yes, it is.
right above me.
It's pretty much 30 feet above you.
All right, let's try it.
All right.
Whoa.
Holy dice. All right, so that's just, does it have a save? Must be a con saving throw.
Yes, DC 17.
It does save.
Can I use
Takes half damage. Oh, go ahead.
Never mind. No, never mind. Go ahead.
Takes half damage, so rounded up, that is 19 damage.
Pretty good.
Does it really have a +9 to con?
It has a 20
Apparently.
Constitution score, and its
that be +5?
proficiency, and it's proficient in con saves.
Yeah, at least we learned something, I guess. Don't use con saves.
I mean, he's a beefy. She's a beefy boy. She's a beefy lady.
She's
She's a beefy boy.
she's gargantuan in size, so she is hearty.
If I double Sten's size,
You would
Does-
increase its strength.
well, I just meant like, can
Oh, you don't want to do that.
I don't.
You want to make him a bigger, more meaty rabbit?
I've
No, well, I
lifted
thought about
one
making
barbell.
it smaller, but
You can
No,
reduce
no, no.
the rock.
yeah, I've thought about all that. Anyway,
All right,
He would definitely faint.
Sten, it is your turn.
I just imagine him growing and breaking his talon, like his bones.
Do I get a grasp on how fast this thing moves after fighting it 3 times?
Roll me a perception check.
Oh, that's disadvantage perception. That's a bummer. That was a nat 20. 13.
13, it moves pretty fast. You can gather, although you can't gather its exact speed, it's moving over, like, it
Like
clearly,
in relation to how fast I can go in a turn would be 80 feet.
it's faster than you.
Like double or more?
No. If you can go 80, it seems to be faster than you enough that it could catch you, but not drastically faster than you.
Okay. Okay. And then I'm sorry to do this in the middle of that. What did we learn again about this rock or a rock's role in the Seeker?
You found out that there's a rock that lives on Mount Ghakis that is an ally of the Seeker and protects her shrine.
An ally. Okay.
The Seeker.
Well, I don't think it's responded at all to common, but we're gonna try it anyways. No, wait, please. We're trying to help the Fanes. Please don't hurt me.
Okay, let me check
and then
something.
Maybe I go. We'll help the Seekers soon. I promise.
I have to check one thing. Please hold. Ha.
Aha.
Okay.
A humbug.
Okay. Roll me.
Oh.
a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Persuasion check. Here we go. Cha-cha-cha. That would be a 17.
You see its head kind of cock sideways, and its grip ever so slightly loosen. It doesn't quite let go of you yet. But it kind of, you seem to cause it pause.
Okay. If it starts to let go, I'm definitely gonna grab on because I'm not ready to fall down yet.
That brings us to Mim. Was there anything else you want to do?
I'm not attacking them.
Okay, Mim. You hear Sten cry out. Also, I'm going to throw out a 17 at disadvantage might be the best roll Sten's ever made.
Oh, yeah.
All my bad rolls happen at disadvantage, right? Well, I have a plus 12, so.
Ah.
Yeah.
Wait, is that your new token?
It's the token for my herring gun form. It's in the D&D chat, right?
that's new token. I was about to be like, damn!
I've been out in the snow for too long.
Damn.
Mirror image is not a concentration spell, right?
Nope.
Okay. I'm gonna cast that on myself.
All right.
And then I'm gonna bonus action and move towards the rock. Is it, how high up is it? 30 feet up?
It's about 30 feet up, so math.
What's the hypotenuse or whatever?
How far away are
30
you?
feet up. It's 25 feet, 30 feet up. A squared,
So
B
it
squared.
must be nearly 37 feet high.
37 feet. There you go.
No, I'm just saying random numbers. It's not. But 25 and 30 should be pretty close, though.
Yeah, it's going to be around there.
Around 35-ish.
Let's see.
So then can I get
30 times 30. 900. And 25 times 25. Plus 900. And then the square root of 1525.
Oh my god.
hypotenuse?
Can I do square root on my phone? Fuck it.
You could probably just Google what it is. Wait, so how? It's what, 25 over
Is
30 up?
39.05 feet. That was a solid
37.
guesstimation.
Yeah. I've done math before.
Yeah, it's 39 feet.
Okay. I would like to go 30 feet at a diagonal, as close as I can get.
Okay. So we'll say that you're about here.
There. Yeah.
And you're about 15 feet from it. You're spitting distance. You're
Okay.
close enough that you're gonna get batted by one of the wings.
Oh, then I don't want that. I would know not to do that because
I mean,
have
like
wings.
not physically, but like you could get.
Oh, the wind. But I want to be. Oh, I can't be above.
You're
the wind,
you're agile enough to avoid the wing. I'm just saying that the wing on the downswing could whack you.
Yeah. Okay. Can I see its eye? Like, does it have
Yes.
vision? Okay, so it sees the eye. There's 3 of me. I'm gonna yell.
There's 4 of you actually.
Oh yeah, you're right. I should pay attention to that.
There's 3 plus
I'm-
you.
Yeah.
I look a little bit more calm than I have in the previous
good.
2 grabs.
Although he is bleeding still.
I could hear you, so I'm gonna say, wait, don't take my friend. We're trying to be good. And that's my turn.
All right. Andar.
I'm gonna fly up and over 10 feet, but diagonally up.
Mm-hmm. How high?
As high as I can go.
What's your flying movement?
It is 60 feet.
All right, so you can get up to the bridge and like 10 feet above it if you want.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. This is no longer a negative. You are now 10 feet up from... What the hell? What? Why?
Why?
Every time I try and adjust your height, it grapples you instead. Why is that
What's
happening?
over there?
All right.
There we go. Now you're good. Cool. 10 feet up.
All right. And
There is a tower here, so your vision is obscured from a direct line to the rock. If
how
that-
tall is the tower?
I think we said last time that they were 30 feet. This one's destroyed, though, so you can kind of see... Let's see. Can you get a straight line to... You can kind of see its tail feathers.
I mean, can he see?
Or you can see part of its wing flapping. But its body is definitely behind the tower from you.
And so if I went diagonally up and over this way instead, then
Then
maybe here.
yeah, at that point you should be able to see. Right?
Can I see Sten?
Yes, I would say.
I'm gonna cast
Like-
Vortex Warp on Sten.
Cute little feetsies.
I do think that will
Can I
bring
make
you
a save
bridge
too?
level, though, so I'm going to put you level with bridge. Just because I think the diagonal probably is around that 10 feet. All right, so you cast Vortex Warp.
Do I have to make a save on that?
You can choose to fail. Otherwise, if you don't want to get Vortex Warped, it is a con save.
You've been tugged before, so you feel the tug within you, and you're familiar with that feeling.
Oh, it's more how trusting my words in the loosening of the talon was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll fail.
Where do you put him?
I suppose that is the other part of it.
Face first in the snow somewhere.
I'll stick him right here.
And there he goes. Oh, hold on, I have to unmount you.
Okay.
I mean, that was a sentence.
There you go.
That was in the Monty Python writing room for sure.
All right. You are no longer grappled. Is that your turn, Andar?
Yep.
At this point, the rock is going to
The rock.
turn towards kind of like it's gonna like feel its talon grasp, look down, turn around, and kind of once over everybody. It is going to pause here. It doesn't quite know what to do. So it's going to stay about it's gonna like basically be hovering. The wind above Alistair and Adunbi on the downbeats is enough to like almost stagger you from these wings, but it does just hold there for a moment.
I'll yell out, nobody attack, please!
Casimir, you see, was literally coiling up another firebolt, but as you yell out, the sparks kind of fizzle, and he holds his ground, staring at it. Alistair.
Jesus Christ.
Also,
Oh.
disguise self-concentration for you?
No, it's at will. I can do
Okay,
it whenever.
that's what I thought.
That will, huh?
Yeah, I won't do anything.
Okay. Irina holds a Doomby. Actually, real quick, I will amend. Irina's gonna take 2 steps back, slowly.
Thrust ball. Arena, don't fall forward.
Sure. I'll stop for now.
All right.
Okay. It's still just staying there.
Right now, it's kind of eyeing all of you. It's doing that. You know when birds do that thing with their head where they kind of like are cocking it back and forth? It's kind of doing that in midair at you.
Okay. It's my turn.
It is your turn.
5, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I'm dashing.
Okay.
Oh god, I'm really putting a lot of trust in this giant bird.
A bird which thinks that you look particularly tasty, I might add.
Yeah. I know we have fought each other. This is the 3rd time now, but I promise, we truly do mean to explore the darkest parts of ourselves. In whatever future challenges you have, whatever the Seeker deals with. We don't really know yet. We want to help.
Roll me another persuasion check.
Whatever you like, I like too.
Oh, another nat 20, but a 15, so 27.
All right. It kind of looks at you, and you get the sense that it doesn't quite understand everything you're saying, but it recognizes certain words that you're using. And it cocks its head back and forth, but looks at the group of you.
Smart bird.
And it rotates and flies back up the gorge.
Oh.
Guess all you gotta do is ask things nicely. Good job, Stan.
Are we?
At this point, I will end combat music. If I can find time to escape there.
Well, if we're out of combat, I just want to dash after it the 30 feet that I can, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Or move it dash. I want to make sure I can keep my eye on it where it's going.
It appears to be flying up the gorge. Both Andar and Mim, you guys can kind of see it ends up flying off screen. And you watch as it kind of lazily works its way up and perches in what appears to be a large wicker nest.
Slightly charred.
Slightly charred in certain places.
Yeah.
And it kind of perches and it turns and it just looks back down at you. But it's watching.
Kind of a bit of clarity for me. Up in the air.
What was that?
Well, I mean, there's only one rock we've seen, and it keeps attacking us. It must think, especially after all the visitors that the Ember Temple gets, we must have been bad, right? So, state our intentions to help, the land, I suppose?
I mean,
I have to be honest, I didn't think it would work. I mean, after Mr. E said that the Seeker was notoriously difficult to even get a hold of, communicate with, I thought for sure she wouldn't be talking to her best friend, Deathbird. So.
I mean,
But,
if the bird defends the Seeker, then maybe that's the direction she went.
but maybe it's a good sign that we should be doing this, right? Investigating the Fanes?
It's possible.
A good omen, you think?
As much as a giant bird can be a good omen, sure.
He says as he bleeds from the large gash across his chest from the bird's talon.
Yeah, my collarbone is just boop.
Half dead. I mean, good. This could be a good omen.
We're not dead yet.
I like
Not
it.
dead yet. Bring out your dead.
Bring out your
Well,
dead.
should we
No, Anders
get
just
going?
going.
Andar flies his way back
Sorry,
onto
I
the
was trying
bridge.
to fly over to that spot, but the game wouldn't let me go onto the bridge. So then I tried to go through the little hole, but then it said I was falling again.
Yeah, so
And I had
Andar,
to do like the Pokemon in the dark cave, try to get around.
Free fall.
Andar literally flies back up to the cave and like alights on a spot, and the rock literally crumbles under his feet, and he's just floating where the rock was. And then he just kind of sighs and like starts stepping around places, kind of finding where the bridge is still stable.
I'm stuck on this cliff.
You're stuck.
I stuck.
Thanks for trusting me.
You've proven yourself many a times with your silver tongue. It wasn't too far a leap of faith.
Also, hearing "don't attack the bird" from you was definitely different.
Well, we definitely wailed on it.
Hate to
All right.
interrupt, but with our experience in this bridge, I must say I'm eager to see it behind us.
I guess as I'm walking up, I'll nudge her. Not under us, right?
Careful, it's rather
I could
crumbly.
just fly. So, well,
Oh no!
This player character managed to hold on to the edge, but for how long? The text sucks. That's actually pretty cool. I like that.
So as Sten's crossing,
Wait, really?
yeah, he's really making it happen.
enough people stepped on that spot. Roll
I
me
didn't-
real quick. Roll me an athletics check.
Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
Did it count? Did it count me going over or just stepping on it? Because I didn't step on it.
No,
I
but it
flew
counted
over it.
Andar and it counted Alistair.
Damn it.
Athletics. I got a natural 1.
So you guys are all walking across the bridge, and you hear a, and Sten just kind of goes, "Oh no!" Casimir would be right behind you. He's going to look down and
then
what's
have
the
his
range
part
of
of the
this?
bridge break.
Oh, it's touch. That's not gonna work then.
And he's gone.
See ya.
Hold on.
It's already been one round.
Here's what he's gonna do. He's going to cast Misty Step to appear next to you, and then cast Fly on you both.
That's 2 rounds.
Misty
So
Step is a bonus action.
Yeah, but they're both two
Two
real
leveled
spells.
spells.
Oh, that's true. I mean, 2 rounds is Misty Step enough to get him down next to him, and then they fall another 80 feet or 180 feet or whatever, and then he casts Fly. So you guys are about.
Okay.
Let him save Sten, guys. Come on.
Look, I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure Sten is,
That's why I do like the drama of just bloop, and then he goes, "Yeah, I guess I'll just go down too."
Look, I want Sten to be this close to dying before he gets saved.
So we'll say that you're
That
about
makes for a better
250
story.
feet down
We all know how much Sten loves
when
story.
you get flight. But he kind of helps guide you back up, and you're able to pop back up.
I guess since Andar's still flying, hey, look, we can all do it.
I'm standing on the bridge, thank you.
Oh.
Good catch, Casimir.
Let's be honest, I was anticipating using more on the bird anyway. He just kind of steps forward. All right, so you guys cross the bridge. You come to the other side where you see a bunch of withered vines and dead foliage from where Adoonby had previously cast his wild growth. At this point, the vines have all chilled and become brittle and emaciated with the cold. You know, a little bit further down the path, you're going to be reaching the gate again.
Hey, if Ludmilla perchance is visiting that tower, what do we do?
That's a great question.
Do you mean what?
Well, for how freaked out we got, the sir. What's his name?
The
Munster.
Yeah, Munster.
Like the cheese.
Monster.
For how freaked out we got him, for sure he had to contact her, right?
Well, he did see her, technically.
See how long he believes it.
Well, I would imagine, hopefully, until her next visit. We would just have to hope that that hasn't occurred since our last visit.
DM, just for your knowledge, I'm going to use second wind.
Cool.
That's a good question. Stern.
Solid.
I mean, we've barely been able to talk about what was in the journal that we found. She wants to take over. Be a very dangerous ally, but...
If she wants to take over, then Gold's at least temporarily alive.
I guess just be wary.
Yes. So, for now, an enemy of our enemy.
Can you remind me, was the tower that those creepy statues were on, was that at this gate
Yes.
area? Great.
With the fire.
The fire. With the fire.
Were there windows out the tower or the gate or whatever that could see this direction from what we saw?
There were small windows that, yes, could see kind of either direction up and down the path.
There's no, like, statue-sized footprints around here, are there?
There are not. There doesn't appear.
Seems to be some
Great.
directly under your feet.
Oh, no.
There's some heading directly behind this tree. No, I'm just kidding.
Saying so?
Thanks.
We should have gotten some of like the Sangzor meat to give to the rock. That's like, you know, knowing.
Oh, he's eaten enough of me. Or she.
He's full. Is she?
Chee.
Hee.
Gee.
Ha ha ha.
All right, well, I'm down to keep walking.
All right.
Yeah.
Or flying.
So you guys continue to head down the path, and it isn't very long before you reach the upper
Whoa.
portion of the gate.
Everything is dark. Oh.
I need to add you guys back in. All right. So you guys can see off in the distance the tower.
I'm blind.
Oh, you can't see again?
Yeah, I can't see anybody.
God damn it.
I'm blind.
Oh
and
yeah, I
cannot
see the
see.
issue. Let me.
I think dark vision on
There we go.
places that are supposed to be dark fucks up like drastically.
Yeah, for whatever reason, his default vision range is set to 0. And so I've tried to fix it a couple times. I think it might be. I don't know if it's a D&D Beyond interaction or something, because I keep fixing it. But I'm wondering if every time we update, it messes up or something. But should be fixed.
How do you go when you've drawn out your
Space,
distance?
I think.
Ah, I collide with a wall. Sorry.
You fool. You ran into another wall. Fall into my trap.
Yay.
Yay.
Anyway,
Sorry.
but you guys can see the tower off in the distance.
Oh no, he's
what?
trapped.
Stan, you have so much to live for.
Wow.
I did not think I could do that. You know what's funny?
Oh
I
my
still can't
god.
move from here. I'm still on the cliff.
Oh my god.
Perfect.
All right, anyone else want to just jump face first off a cliff while we're here?
I mean, I can.
I'm still flying, right? Like 10 minutes?
Was it
Mim can too.
concentration or not?
Must be nice flying.
Must be hard when I'm around, right?
Terrain is but a playground.
I don't understand. It's like
Look, walls are limited functionality, okay?
I know, but I have the little fly symbol. It's easy for the person that makes this to say if this wing is on the person.
Did I fall off?
Oh no.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. Oh, it's not moving.
I literally was going in like you can't go in a straight line, so like
I think it's literally anytime there's this ridge, that's considered to be like down.
I know, but like
So don't go off the ridge.
I go here.
Really teasing fate, huh?
she flies. There's nothing to tease.
I'm invincible.
So once again, as you guys approach the gate, you can see the giant tower off to what is now your left and the green flames in front of you.
So okay.
So about that fire. How come I'm missing so many spell slots?
I don't remember.
Did we not long rest yet?
We did.
We did.
Did we
Well,
try
did you guys
dispelling
use-
this?
I don't think
Oh
anyone
wait,
did.
no, I don't think everyone did. I don't think I got a long rest or whatever. Because this was the
Because you failed a con save before we went to bed.
Yeah,
That's right.
I have a little exhaustion or whatever still.
That's right.
I think we should get an early night's.
But no one attempted to dispel. In fact, I think most people went over it, and a couple people went through it and brute forced it.
Definitely.
I think most of us went through it. I think only Andar went
Well,
over it.
I'll give that a.
No, I think Andar went through it too.
No, I sure didn't.
Yeah, so both
no,
Mim and I think Andar either vortex warped or flew over the top. I don't remember who though.
Because Sten and I
That's what it was,
and
yeah.
Alistair ran through it, and Irina.
No,
Because
Irina. That's what it was. Andar, I dimension doored Irina to the other side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I ran through and then I dimension door into the tower.
And I think
Yeah, because we were being chased or something, right?
it was these statues, which are no longer there, came to life and attacked you.
Oh, good.
Sten, do you have anything, or are we just going through this?
Well, see what I can do. Hasn't worked before.
Neck crack.
I'll cast Dispel Magic at...
9th level.
Yeah, right, we'll do 3rd level. I'll give that a go.
That 9th level would just be too easy, right?
Let me check one thing.
Can't wait to make this ability check a disadvantage.
All right. Do.
Oh, it's gonna
You
be.
said at
Should I be
3rd
closer?
level?
Yeah, I'm gonna try 3rd level. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's stronger than that.
Isn't Dispel Magic 3rd level by base?
It is.
Okay. Just want to check. So yes, so
Yeah.
you need to roll me an ability check using your spell casting ability.
Mm-hmm.
What? Ability check. Spellcasting ability.
Do I get to know the DC, or is it going to be a surprise?
Well, tell me what you roll, and I'll tell you if it passes.
That's a no.
Listen, the DC should show up on the screen, just saying.
Okay, let's see. Make an ability check. Okay. 4. Ooh, not good. 8.
8
That
is
doesn't
not
even
enough.
meet the base.
Can I cast Silvery Barbs if I don't have anyone to make reroll a succeeding roll and just give him advantage?
You can.
Really?
Yes, that is how you can use Silvery Barbs. It's really stupid, but you can
Hold
do
on,
it.
let me
Rules is
double
written.
check that.
Like, you
I mean,
could
it doesn't
Silvery
say
Barbs
that.
me doing nothing and then use the advantage for somebody else.
It says it's a reaction when somebody... No, it says when you take a reaction which you take when a creature you can see within 60 feet of you succeeds on an attack roll, an ability check, or saving throw. And it specifically says they have to succeed on something. So you
Can I
can't
roll to
cast
hit
it on
the door?
nothing.
Yeah, roll it.
Can I roll to punch the door?
I mean, you can after, but now
Alright, next time.
we're not going to revise it.
It's
Dimby, remember when I softened up the gem or the weird thing in the basement of the Wizard of Wines and then you finished the job? Can you do that again?
He wants me to try to dispel the flames here.
Yes. I'll sing you a little song as you do it. You can have bardic inspiration.
Have we tried just pouring water on it?
Maybe it's green flames. There's no way water would be it.
well,
Well, then let's do blue water. No, not blue water. Green water.
while they mess around with this, I'm just going to lean against the door, turn into mist, and show up on the other side.
You said.
So broody.
How long has it been since the bridge?
Turn into
20
mist
minutes?
and take 31 damage. Wait, what?
I'll
don't
ignore
pass
that.
through it. Yeah.
Why'd you roll?
I just misty stepped.
Why'd you roll 31?
That was me. It was ignore it.
Oh, okay.
I moved his token and it was through the door. Anyway,
Well, here we go. I have to roll my spellcasting modifier. Blah 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 blah. Well, I also have disadvantage on ability checks, so.
But you get a DA.
I don't have any spell slots. I guess I'll do 3rd level.
It would be 10 minutes.
I'll take my merry old time. Okay.
all right. roll your dispel.
It is my spellcasting modifier, right?
Yeah, it's an ability check using your spell casting. So
You're doing a wisdom.
Oh, is there like a space for spellcasting
you,
modifier? in
you
your character sheet?
you basically just roll a wisdom check, essentially. Not a saving throw, but a check.
Is that what it is? Oh, it's a wisdom.
It says an ability check using your spellcasting ability, which for you would be wisdom.
Okay.
Hey,
You said it's disadvantage, though, right?
correct.
Let's not get too happy here.
Oh god.
Hey, all right.
Now we can be happy.
Oh, wait. Before you go, if you use this... Never mind, it's just an advantage. It doesn't give you any cool. All right, never mind.
I'll use it.
Lame.
You get to roll the bardic inspiration at advantage.
It's a D8.
Yeah.
So
27. Does that pass?
Roll it again. It could be higher.
Oh, I get to roll the D7 again.
Yeah, for ability checks.
A D8. The 27, does that pass?
I was hoping for a
You
30.
guys watch as Adunbi chants under his breath and the flames dissipate.
Ooh.
So yeah, give it the old 1-2 punch, right, Udunbi?
Yeah, this just seems to have a 100% success rate. It's never failed us before. I don't see what will fail us in the future.
Dream team.
Irina
Are
goes.
you gonna multi-class in a bard?
Oh,
Gonna
there we
get
go.
Sten to teach you
Oh,
instrument?
because it's closed.
Is there anything in this area that's between the thing?
As you walk in, basically it's a portcullis on one side, a portcullis on the other, and a grate beneath you that appears to be filled with black, inky darkness. And the grate beneath you feels warm to the touch.
Can I mage hand a bottle and take some of the black inky? Like I think I still have some empty bottles.
You go to mage hand
God, I'm
the.
gonna run through this before she starts messing with things.
Go ahead. You mage hand the bottle down, and it's down there, but it just appears to be floating, and it doesn't. The darkness doesn't appear to be solid.
Oh, it's like smoke or something, or like gas is what it looks like.
It's
It
just
seems like.
dark.
What's the dark inky? You said inky.
Yeah, you like
As
as
an
in like an
adjective.
adjective. Yes.
Yeah. But that makes me think it's a liquid.
No, it's just dark.
It's just a dark grate.
It's
And it's
dark on the other side of the grate. It's a dark pit.
Thanks. Okay. Your description wasn't very good. Okay.
As you
I
guys
know, right?
pass, and literally as Mim passes out passes through the threshold of the portcullis, you hear, and the flames light back up.
Okay.
Did you step on something?
Let's go.
Couldn't be me.
So wait,
I've
what
been
was-
good.
Sorry.
I was expecting statues to be there again.
The statues were on top of the tower.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they're not there anymore.
Where the hell is
It took
Alistair?
you guys like almost 10 minutes.
Where the hell is Alistair?
He's all the way down.
I kept walking.
Oh, he's like,
Where are you?
I see. He was under Mim.
Where are you?
All right.
Oh, we can make a
We've got
stoplight.
some work to do now. The Beatles cover of Scooby Dooby Doo.
Gooby dooby doo.
So you guys continue to head down the mountain. Is there anything that you guys want to discuss while you guys hike?
About
that weather, huh?
What was our plan? We're going down the mountain first. I know that.
I feel like we had a plan.
We did have a plan. We had a whole
Visit Forest Vane and reconsecrate it. Yester Hill. Step 1. You want me to read you the to-do list?
Yeah.
It's an 8-part plan.
I'm gonna pull it up because I
Step
can't.
1. Visit Forest Vane and reconsecrate at Yester Hill. Step 2. Check in at the Wizard of Wines. Step 3. Check out Kresk to see if Kreskov stole a gem from the Mardikovs. Step 4. Go to Berez. Kill Baba Lasaga to offer her heart to Swamp Fane. Step 5. Check on status of Velaki. Step 6. Mountain Fane reconsecration. Step 7. Grab amulet from catacombs. Step 8. Open up this can of whoop ass on Strahd.
Gotcha.
Specifically,
Listen,
this can of whoop ass.
This can of whoop ass.
That's
To
good.
throw a wrench in all of our plans, but I think Casimir might want to get home at some point.
He can go.
Casimir can go whenever he wants to.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose further up on the hill, as we go visit some old friends, he could take the fork to the right.
We have lots of important things to do, and I'm sure we've been
also-
more than helpful to Casimir.
They also hired us for a job, though.
What if the job to bring him back?
Bring him back safely.
Was that really part of the mission? I can't remember.
I mean, they hired us to basically escort quest him.
Well, actually, he hired you. The
Yeah, he
Vistani
hired us,
specifically were like, we can't spare the people, sorry.
Why don't we just ask him?
So, Casimir, where does your journey end with us?
He kind of pauses as he doesn't stop walking, but he kind of walks in silence for a moment. I do not yet know. I am still processing what we learned at the temple.
But you're the captain of your guard. We've been gone for quite some time now.
My people have suffered much. They are capable. Whether I... Real quick, have you communicated to him where you're going?
I think we all talked about it out loud.
I don't
Yeah,
think
we've
we
been
try to
talking
like
out
keep
loud.
it secret.
Yeah.
I'm sure we have, yeah.
But your guys' first destination is the
swamp?
Forest Fane at Yesterhill.
Oh,
According to the to-do list, the Forest Fanic Cross.
Yeah, so you
yes,
guys will have to hit the crossroads up here anyway.
Right.
mm-hmm.
So
Crossroads, great song.
he'll after that brief pause, I shall accompany you to the crossroads at least at that point. Make a decision. But in the meantime, I must weigh my options.
It is worth noting that that crazy elf bard son of a bitch with the giant tiger tried to attack your guys' camp.
That's true enough.
And we would really appreciate if what we did and spoke about together was not communicated to the people with a deal who allied with someone we're trying to go against.
Not all Vistani are allied with Strahd, but your concern is duly noted.
I think it's more whispers that might get out, the more people know.
I understand. He just continues on in silence.
I wonder if Octavio ever found Esmeralda.
Probably.
Well, at least from what she said, it seemed that Esmeralda was more seeking him than the other way around.
It's just when we talked to him at the camp, told him the dumb things Esmeralda's trying to do by herself. And then he took off going west, but she was definitely trying to go east. They must have missed each other.
We're also massively assuming he didn't circle back around and take out the Bastani. The guy's kind of a dick.
At that point,
mean-
Casimir will speak up again. You did provide the Vistani warning. They would have increased security.
I hope so.
Mim, did you have something to say?
I wonder if that reading that Esmeralda gave us, I wonder if one of those cards that changed, if it was more dour than we thought. Not a change of heart, but I guess a loss of one.
One can only hope.
Does the weather change a lot in Barovia?
Does the what? The weather?
the weather change a lot of Barovia? It's like rain and stuff, or is it?
Regionally, it shifts. Kresk, for example, and this mountain range that you're currently traveling through tends to be more alpine. You can kind of see on the map where it's whiter. Tends to be colder and more snowy. Occasionally it rains. Generally, it is that kind of dark, cloudy, gloomy vibe constantly. And then the actual weather in between can shift between rainy or windy or whatever. But as far as like the sky changing, not particularly. It's pretty much a constant state of cloud cover of varying degrees of dark gray. And a sunny day in Barovia tends to be that kind of light gray, gloomy, the lights diffused everywhere.
No, just overall pleasant. Right.
Yeah, that's the most pleasant you get.
All right.
The type of day that you would curl up under a blanket is the most pleasant day that you ever get in Barovia.
Pretty nice.
If you can afford one with these prices.
Yeah.
Wow. Price gouging out of the wazoo.
Demand is high and supply is low.
I haven't seen a single sheep. What are these blankets
That's
made
not
out
true.
of? Werewolves?
You found a dead
Yeah.
sheep.
I think I've seen many sheep in Kresk, haven't we?
Yes, you have seen multiple sheep in Kresk.
Actually true.
You've also seen a lot of goats.
Have we though?
Goats are evil.
Goats, okay.
But anyway,
Could be shapeshifters.
you guys continue down the mountain. At this point, you've passed, let's see, you were about here. So you guys, at the end of the day, have traveled to about this point.
Keep in mind, we're going at half speed.
That's true. So actually, you're going to be closer to about here.
I mean, you're going to have speed.
So I'll put you back 2 squares.
Leaving you in the dust.
So at this point, you guys are starting to reach that sort of alpine tundra that you encountered the rock the first time.
Yes.
It's just a
Alistair's
snow
cool
expanse.
sword moment.
So this is, you're traveling from the bottom left to the upper left at this point. Was the direction the opposite of where you were going last time? Mim and all right. So you guys come to this alpine, the very snow-covered territory. At this point, you guys are very tired, and your legs kind of trudging through the snow. At this point, getting the snow thick beneath your feet, and less frozen, less sturdy snow. This is more powdery, more difficult to move through. At this point, is starting to weigh on you. What's the plan?
I wish there was like a clock.
A clock?
Some way to like track time.
That's true. It's tough in Barovia without the sun.
Well, does anybody have the 40 camp supplies we need to long rest?
What is our bag?
Let's be real. It's probably 80. Curse of Strahd's tactician mode.
Ugh. But I'm tired.
You stopped being tired at some point.
Are you not tired? I mean, the snow is up to my knees, I feel like.
I've been tired the whole day.
And now, can you do your thingy?
Yes, please, hurry up.
I think it's good.
Yep. I'll just brush off a little snow on the ground, big enough for me to sit on, and then sit down in the non-snowy area and cast Tiny Hut.
All right.
It's like slowly getting to that point where, like, the beginning, you're really grateful, and then you just get entitled towards someone else's abilities. Get on with it, please, Jesus. What are you waiting for?
Hey, Doodby. What was, where did you end up going
Where did I end up going?
the other day?
Oh, I never left.
You
still
keep
here.
saying that, but I don't know that I really understand that.
There's a tree nearby the camp that I went and sat next to. Then I kind of just took a nap. And ended up... Now it makes a little bit more sense after our talk with Mystery. I had a small meeting with the Huntress.
With the Huntress?
Yes.
Oh.
She had some questions for me. I answered to the best of my capabilities. But she is getting a more of a grasp on the world lately. Turning a little bit more to power. Which is good for us. If we can restore the Fanes to power, then we might just have a chance against Strahd.
Why did she go to you? Doesn't she involve in, almost afterlife things? I thought her trial had mentions of, reconciling the dead or something.
There's one thing that I've learned about the gods is that the choices are not something that I can completely comprehend. Why they do the things they do. They choose what they toy with.
How crazy all three of them were in the area.
Yes.
You had your dream. We had the rock, ally of the Seeker. And then when the rest of us woke up, there was a spider web with a word spelled out in the web.
What did it say?
No, it said floorboard.
Floorboard.
Kind of weird, but... I mean, surely that has to be
Was there a floor?
something about the Weaver, right?
Was there
What's
no
more
floor?
spider than a Weaver?
Was there no floor near you?
No, I'm... Maybe it's a hint where to look or something.
I mean, there's wooden floors around Barovia. That seem very specific.
Well, she's the one that wants Baba's heart or something, right?
Baba's heart?
Yeah, it's part of her ritual. If I remember that correctly.
Wait, did you say Barbara or Barber?
Baba Lesaga.
Baba Lasaga, okay. So I was like,
Barber lasagna.
Barber lasagna.
Oh, Barber lasagna, get a mage. So I mean, I think Mib was the one who noticed it. But it's quite the long word to spell out in a web.
That must be a very talented spider. Did you end up asking the spider what?
No, I'm more concerned with being eternally chased in a forest by people we've felled.
Next time an animal tries to communicate with you, it's usually polite to communicate back.
I mean, this was my first time, and I don't think the bird and I spoke the same language. So, I'll work on that.
It's only polite to learn the language of the region that you're going. There's no way that you could have known that there's going to be a foreign region here, so a different language. But next time,
I suppose not.
to learn to speak rock.
Yes, caw, whatever.
Caw. That was one too many caws.
Oh,
Just caw.
right. Thank you, Dinby.
Mm-hmm. And if you want to say hello, you just go caw. Don't end with the W. Very offensive.
All right. I'm sure to remember that.
We can practice tomorrow.
Well, caw then. No W. Good night, Dinby.
Good night.
Anyone else have any other conversations that they want to cover before you guys lay down for the evening?
Can I wait till Alistair falls asleep
Yes.
and then nudge him awake?
Okay.
Yeah.
If no one else has anything.
Demi's gonna go to sleep, and then, I guess since he's like in the corner, he's gonna be like facing towards the edge of the tiny hut. That's it. For now.
Alistair.
Yeah. Yeah, what's up?
I was wondering, do you remember a few days ago when I said, when you were talking about your dream I read in your journal?
Oh, man, so much has happened, but sure, yeah.
I told you I might be able to help with that a little. Just tonight
yeah.
a good night.
We could certainly try. It doesn't always happen, but sure.
I think I can try to make something happen.
Oh, okay. Sure.
You trust me?
Of course.
I'm going to cast Dream
Okay.
on Alistair.
Fuck.
Hey, yo.
Right. We'll see if this is a waste of 5th level spell.
Is it really a waste when...
Well, I mean, we get maybe a
I
cool
don't know
moment.
what this fucking spell is.
Okay,
Yeah.
I will choose myself to be the messenger.
Mm-hmm.
And oh boy. Okay. I want to try and shape the dream to be very similar to the dream he wrote in his journal most recently,
Okay.
which I don't really remember. Myself, Nick.
Are you speaking about the one that was with Sergey?
Well, there was like wasn't there a god in one of them? That's what I'm
Most
trying to
recent
target.
was Sergey talking about the Sword of Sunlight.
Okay.
Because Sergey was like the original,
The OG.
basically champion of the Morning Lord.
Okay. Then sure, we'll do that. We'll do that. And I will make myself appear like the statue or the visage of the statue that we saw next to the pool. Because I think that's the Morning Lord, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
That will be my shape. And then, yeah. I'll try and, you know, when you like desperately try and fall back asleep after a dream gets cut short. I want to try and get that moment that he was writing last. Of they were in a conversation, and so the first bit of it looks very similar.
Okay.
Kind of rehashed.
Let me read through Dream real quick.
About to give him some dream therapy.
I want him to explore his religious side, activate.
Oh God.
Creating landscape.
That is wild for right now with his character.
So you waited. So are you casting it while he's awake or after he falls asleep for clarity? Because there's you can cast it for
as
either.
he's asleep.
As he's asleep. So you wait until he falls asleep. Okay, you can make the messenger. Okay. So you're making him the messenger, right?
He's the target. I'm the messenger. And I will
Gotcha.
appear
Okay,
as the Morning Lord.
So you appear as the Morning Lord, and he doesn't know that you're the Morning Lord.
He won't. No.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Cool.
Imagine if you did this without telling him.
Right.
Right.
So
Yeah,
you're so as Aster, as you fall asleep, you find yourself at the pool in Kresk. In fact, here, you know what? We have VTT capabilities. Let's do this.
Oh, shit.
We are at the shrine. And
YouTubing now.
you are standing at the base of the shrine.
If we're at the shrine, then I'm going to animate myself as the statue and walk towards him.
All right. So, for lack of a better token, we'll use this.
All right.
Spooky.
This is not truly Sergei, but this is the statue of the Morning Lord. So you have found yourself at the base of the shrine. And as you gain your surroundings and you recognize the pool, you feel the snow, the grass, everything feels particularly real. And you look up to see the outstretched arms of the statue of the shrine come together, and the statue begin to step towards you and walk across the platform.
Gotta make sure I can talk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alistair.
Yeah.
Do you remember this place?
Of course.
Tell me what you remember.
Are you specifically asking like our interaction at this place or the last stream?
That's up to you.
Cool.
Cool.
I remember going into the pool and having flashes of my memories, ever so slightly.
Let's walk over there.
Here, I'll give you ownership of this token too, Sten, so you can control.
Play Sergei now if your character dies.
That would be a disaster. That's funny. I won't be moving further than that if you just want to move me next to him.
Here, I'm just gonna make you owner. I want you to There, you should be able to move him.
Oh God. Okay.
I was gonna say, this is all you, buddy.
Okay. Alistair, you're holding something back. You
How
hold
do you-
my blade of sunlight, and yet it doesn't shine.
I'll produce the blade if I can.
Oh, if I can shape it, then I'm going to have it go full length bright and then dim really fast into what we normally see it.
This is your domain. You control the dream.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to work for me.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know that you chose the right person. There's so many others in my group that are much following your footsteps a lot better.
But are there many others that fight for something like you do? You have such heart, Alistair. And yet you let darkness shroud you. Why?
I mean, it's followed me this whole time. I don't even have recollection of much that happened before Barovia.
You remember what happened when you walked into this pool?
Yes.
I'm gonna shove him on the back, push him into the water.
Alistair drowns.
No. No. Although, is it... This is going a little along the lines of monstrous and terrifying, so I gotta be careful. Because that's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
You said what visions you saw, right?
I believe so. I think I did say that specifically to you, actually.
I really want to do one of, like, a real quick flash of the vision, but it'll be like the whole water, like a dome that's underneath, instead of like a dome that you would see above for like a astronomy.
Yeah,
kind of screen.
you're basically looking down into a bowl, is what you're describing.
Yeah, and then like a full 3D vision of it. And you'll see like quick flashes of that, and then the story that you told me about your sister and Strahd's conversation.
Okay.
Quick couple flashes of that. And then it'll turn back to water.
Yeah, I remember this.
Why these moments, Alistair?
It's... I don't know, it's the stuff that haunts me, I guess.
Keep thinking. And then myself and Alistair will flash in a large beam of light, and I will leave the dream.
But you stay.
Alistair, you are alone in the pool.
I'm going to try and go just sink in. Like, not try and fight it, just sink into this pool.
Stan, you're still in control of it, though, correct?
Let's double check this. Target
This is a cool fucking spell, guys.
Right.
Because if not, I am happy to step in, but
My goal with this is to set the scene to try and disturb someone who had visited him in his dream.
Okay.
Oh, that's smart.
And so the best of my ability of what maybe an interaction he could have had with that is what I tried to give. So I will relinquish control of the dream.
Okay. Just so I'm on the same page, clarify what you mean when you say to disturb. Like, define your goal, or if you don't feel
I'm
comfortable doing
requesting
it out
another
loud.
visit.
Okay.
I'm requesting another
You're
visit.
basically you're trying to play imposter in hopes that this person goes, who the fuck is this? Gotcha.
Exactly.
And there's two gods on board this body.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly doing that.
Interesting. Okay.
And then I picked it when he would be a little tired,
Yep.
luckily. So it would be harder for him to.
Little time.
Okay. Hold on. I
fight
need to
against
check
it.
one last thing. On Dream.
Did you ever feel scared, Alistair? Actually, I should actually ask that.
It would have slightly leaned that when being pushed towards the water, but I don't think it would have been full. Alistair does trust the Morning Lord, but he doesn't trust whatever god he interacted with beforehand, because both him and I don't know who that god is.
Okay, so then I would say that's probably not psychic
No, I don't think
damage
that.
worthy.
Yeah, I don't think.
Okay.
I think you're fine. Especially considering that's actually specifically a modifier for the messenger's appearance, not necessarily just the feeling of fear.
Yeah.
But let's see. The messenger can emerge from the trance, ending the effect. So yeah, so now that you emerge, you are no longer in control. Alistair, as you sink beneath the waves, your heartbeat slows and you're holding your breath, and the kind of muffled sound of water around you, you can see perfectly clear through the base of this pool. And it's slightly warm, despite being in a very cool place. And you hear these distant whispers just kind of at the edge of your hearing, almost muffled through the water. And you're just floating. Like, what? Just to double check here, what specifically is your aim before I continue?
I mean, who I believe to be the Morning Lord just told me to invite something in, so I would just be like, you know, when you sink into a pool and you just kind of sit on the bottom for a little bit. Specifically, what he does in like Percy Jackson.
Exactly. I was gonna say.
Yeah,
okay, that's what I
it's
thought.
that.
Okay, so you reach the bottom, and the bottom's covered in this kind of mossy, these short waving kind of strands of seaweed. And at this point, your breath is starting to burn just slightly, not enough to jump up yet, but you're starting to feel the tension of your breath holding. And as you reach the bottom and you just kind of look into this pool, there's a flash of light and what appears to the shrine here seems to begin glowing.
I can't see it because I'm in the pool.
Yeah, I need to fix the walls. We'll just do this. For all intents and purposes. The shrine here begins to glow. We'll say. And you sense a warmth coming off of the shrine into the pool. And you feel the blade that you were holding ignite in the pool, sending off bubbles and kind of singeing the water around it, almost steaming underneath the water. And you feel this sense of comfort within you, this sense of warmth. But then underneath your legs, you almost feel the pool begin to tug at you down, and you look beneath you and you see what appears to be fire and embers and a dark pit below you. You're not falling, you seem to be suspended, but you can almost feel the tug of this zone beneath you, and up in front of you is this bright booming light. And you watch as you kind of take in both, the sword at your hip falls from your grasp into the pit, and the light begins to sputter and flash, and then retracts as the hilt falls end over end into the pit, out of sight below. And you hear the scream of a small girl echo from the pit beneath you. And you see a flash of the girl being pulled away from you before the flash of an outstretched golden hand, and you whip awake back in the tent, in the tiny hut. Everyone else at this point is asleep.
Stan.
I was muted?
You're muted.
I was like, okay, the second one I was like, oh, that's the mute button.
Like, wait a second.
Did it work?
Yeah, it worked.
What did you see?
I was, we went to the pool in Kresk, and I was shown a little bit of what I'd already seen, and then the Morning Lord left, and I was sitting on the bottom of the pool, and below the pool was a fiery dark pit, and the sword lit up, fell, and well above me, like, the Morning Lord shrine was lit up, and was everything good. Below me was just evil darkness. And I heard a scream that I believe was... Let me not fuck up Alistair's sister's name. I think it's Delilah.
Hey there, Delilah.
Of course it would be Delight.
What's it like in this fire pit?
Oh my god.
You're in the seventh layer of hell, but tonight.
Diana. It's Diana. It's not Delilah.
Different.
I think I heard a scream from Diana.
That's like the ultimate dichotomy and choice, right? Reach out to the light or find what anchors you.
Why did the blade fall? I don't understand.
Did you drop it?
I wouldn't have wanted to, but it just kind of... It lit and then fell into the pit. Is this a choice that needs to be made? And if so, when do I make it? I don't...
That's the nice thing about inner turmoil is you can decide whenever you want to, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Just have to think about it. But it does seem like something really wants to keep you under. I guess if we're still on metaphors.
It's kind of how it felt. I was just trapped in between.
So here's another one, I guess. I'll grab his shoulder or something. You said everything was on fire? Let that fire beneath you propel you forward to the light.
Okay. I get your meaning.
Well, it still seems like something's not quite there, right? Maybe we try another day.
Yeah, sounds good. I could use a lot of sleep right now.
Thanks for indulging me, Alistair.
Of course, thank you for... I mean, now we have a way to talk to them, so thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Doonby,
Yeah.
I need a con save.
You said that so happily.
A doobie fails and kills Alistair.
Oh my god.
Just had this sweet moment.
Over under?
Okay.
What did it say?
I said okay.
Oh, wow.
Man.
Never know what that means. A fail, a pass.
Everybody sleeps.
Everyone lives another day.
Everybody gets the benefits of a long rest.
Ayo.
How do we get rid of exhaustion? Is it
Long rest.
one per long?
Yeah.
Can you sync Alistair for me?
Yes.
Thank you.
Why are we whispering?
Default. He's sinking. Please hold. Alright, he should be synced.
Cool.
Alright.
Can he go even deeper?
Go deeper.
Is there anything anybody wants to cover while you guys are like out for the evening real quick? Any above table or character things of note?
We are. I mean, no, we know what direction we're going, so.
In the morning, can I summon the blade? Make sure it's still
Of course.
summonable.
Summonable.
Alright. Please hold while I set one thing up.
Please.
Your call is very important to us.
Oh yeah? How important? Because I've been waiting an hour.
Please remain on the line.
Rather than them just tell me, I'd rather them just tell me the truth. Be like, your call is meaningless to us.
I'm gonna go let my dog out while you're doing this.
Alright, no worries.
This is exactly how I feel about the gods. I'm just constantly on hold.
And they're like, sorry, we were really busy with an important thing. And it's just the gods playing like poker with each other.
That's so awful.
Did you visit that guy? Oh shit! I totally forgot.
I totally forgot. Just really tired, you know, from our last session.
Whenever I summon the Sunblade, your call cannot be completed as dialed.
Alright. Once Andar gets back.
Your call can't be completed as
So
dialed.
everybody is able to get a long rest and remove one level of exhaustion.
Sure about that?
I'd like to gamble for 2, double or nothing.
Is it 6 death?
I wish
6
I
is
could-
death, yeah.
That'd be pretty fun with like if you're like sick, you're like, all right, virus, double or nothing. I either get well today or I'll be sick for 2 more days. It's like, all right.
Sometimes when I stay up too late when I'm sick, it does feel like that.
Play a warlock patron of the virus.
Well, yeah, wasn't that what was she called? Disease Unleashed. Where did she go?
Oh, that's right. The pestilence chick.
Yeah.
Oh.
Also, Mr. DM, I found a really
Mr. DM.
cool module that will let us control like wild shape and disguise self.
Okay.
So I'm gonna look into it more and then send you it afterwards.
Sounds good to me. And a Dune Bee, just to double check. I gave you those stats and stuff, right? From before.
Those stats.
That when you woke up, some things changed about your character, yeah?
Yeah. I changed
Okay,
it.
cool.
Well, is anyone working
That's all,
on using? Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Anyone
There's
working on
only
using
2 things. Oh wait, sorry. You said go ahead, so I can talk.
No, you get. I don't know why I did that.
It was only the 2 things, if I remember correctly, right?
Yes,
The,
it
the
was.
strength, and the attitude stuff.
Oh, let me make sure I updated
Oh,
that
there
as
was
well.
one other thing. It was that you are vulnerable to silvered weapons.
Oh yeah, I didn't know how to add that. Every single time I tried to, it just didn't
worries.
work on my sheet. I was trying to like add it to my damage vulnerabilities on my sheet, and I just couldn't find how to do it.
No worries.
I'll
I
look,
just
I'll
want to
look
let
it
you
up
know.
later. Yeah. Thanks for reminding me.
Cool.
Is anyone
Goodness,
working
updated.
on the Tome of Understanding that we found? Or Mim found, I guess.
That is an Andar question because Andar currently has it.
Oh, okay.
Where did we find that one?
You found it in the bottom of a chest under a false bottom in the map room.
Yes.
And
remember
Andar
that.
identified it and then put it away.
Okay.
Hey, Andar, do you know anything about that tome thingy? When you come back from the bathroom?
I love that his dog
We're
is
letting your dog
just
out.
But is this
He's
dog
gotta sit
here?
quiet. Yeah.
Luna, Luna.
Oh God, he's
He's
pulling
like,
him
I'm
off.
gonna let my dog out. That's hilarious.
I missed him.
I love what's his name in what's his hold on.
What? Up, dog's back.
Disaster Panda. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Forgot his
That's the
Discord
panda.
name. I love Luna. His dog. Yeah. I love Adam's dog.
Puppo.
Cute.
Please hold while we all adore
Yeah.
the puppo.
All right, Andar, they would like to. Sten had a question for you while you were gone.
Nick has a question for you. What are you doing with the Tome of Understanding? Are you working on it? Are you reading it? Are you studying it? Are you reaping the benefits of it?
Just yes.
Sure not.
Okay.
So that's the wrong answer.
I wouldn't benefit it at all. Just making sure we know we still have it.
I think it's me or a Doombie, right?
Yeah, you don't want me to become more wise. That'd be too dangerous.
Oh, I forgot. It's the wisdom.
All right, so everybody wakes up. You have the benefits of a long rest. Everyone is down 1 level of exhaustion, which puts a Doonbee as the only party member at running on full cylinders now.
Hey yo.
As you guys wake up, the kind of muffled silence around you is split by the distant muffled sounds of squeaks, caws, and clicks further ahead of you.
No.
Something calamitous
hate
is
them.
going on.
Mm-mm.
Pause and
I'm
click.
cast mage armor on myself.
All right.
Listen, I don't know if you've heard the bard stories of The Last of Us, but that sounds terrifying.
I knew I'd heard the clickers before.
Oh,
Like a giant bird eating something? Causing clicks?
Unclear.
Cool.
which direction?
This direction. Oh, if I can ping this direction.
We can't. We can't see anything? Oh my god, wow. I like moved and I'm like, oh, 200 feet. I thought it was like 15 feet. That's not a thing.
Nah, this map is gargantuan in size.
Yeah, yeah.
It is. We are treating the squares like 5 though, just because otherwise it's far too complicated.
Okay.
But no, you can't see anything from this distance.
Can I roll
You could roll a perception check if you want to,
perception? Okay.
or
And then-
investigation.
Doctor Who ahead.
Is it?
Cool.
That's probably the play. Fine.
You can still roll if you want to, Mim.
It's a disadvantage, right? Oh, fuck.
Oh,
Okay.
what the hell is that noise?
What?
That's just
What?
you can't see anything. You just
She
you
goes
hear
out of the
noise.
tiny hut and just gets blasted
Oh.
by the snow that's on it.
Sticks her head out and toosh.
My perception is so high. That sucks.
I'm glad that doesn't happen to just everybody, right?
That's why I never take high perception.
Oh, man.
My
Here,
perception's
I will-
low, then I have no expectation.
Doctor Who. There. You should be able to move him.
Oh, my movement isn't halved anymore.
So, Doctor Who can hear the noises coming from this direction. But from where he is, it's still too far for him to see. At
Question,
about
is this
that
map's-
point, huh?
Is this map size accurate? Because every square is 50 feet.
Yeah, we're treating them like 5. It would be far too complicated.
Got you. Okay.
But about the point that Doctor Who's at, he starts to see in the distance that there are groups of ravens and bats flying around
Oh.
and slamming into each other, and the bats are attacking, the ravens are attacking, and there seems to be some sort of battle going on. There's a great
think you might be-
commotion, and there's a swath of tumultuous motion. There must be hundreds of tiny creatures swirling, dipping, diving, and rising in a cloud of black against the gray of the fog and the snow. It takes you a few seconds to realize that the participants are hundreds of bats pitted against hundreds of ravens. They claw and bite at each other, and the ground is already littered with dozens upon dozens of their dead, a seemingly equal number from both sides.
Where are they at? Where that's at?
So he'll come back. I think he's a little bit too far when he saw that for.
Well, so
telepathic.
it's by 5. So we're not treating it like the 300 feet or
Still
whatever.
think it was too far. I only have like 100 feet.
Ah, okay,
telepathy
then
with
there you
him.
go, yeah.
Well, if he didn't see anything 100 feet, we could walk a little, and then he could go a little further, right?
I mean, he can fly as far as he wants to. He just can't communicate with me real time. So I'd have to
Oh.
like see that and then come back. I'll relay that to the team. Appears there are a bunch of birds fighting. And bats.
Wait, like,
That might not be actual birds or bats.
no, I don't think they are.
But I don't know because I was listening to an owl.
That's. Yeah. We should probably help.
And we have to help, right?
Why would we help?
Why would or wouldn't?
Why would we help?
Weren't you just talking to me last night about animals and birds? This is the moment. We have to go say hello.
Well, that point I can't deny. There's a circle that is following me.
All right.
There's like a circle following.
So we're gonna say Mim stealths for purposes. We're gonna say where everybody is. I am going to throw everyone into combat from where they are. Why is Sten's token constantly having his vision messed up?
That's
Mine
fine
is
for
too.
me.
It might just be a D&D Beyond thing.
Anyway.
I mean, mine looks good.
All right. Well,
Also, like, if you don't focus on us, see how we don't have vision circles around us?
yeah, that's correct. I think it is a D&D
Oh.
Beyond thing. All right.
Yep.
Anyway, we're gonna throw everyone to initiative. I need everybody to roll.
Hell yeah.
It's time to roll.
Okay.
Oh wait, I have a plus.
Initiative is normal, right?
It is an ability
an
check.
Ability check.
Oh, it is an ability
There's a
check.
disadvantage.
One more.
Oh! Oh! Okay.
Did it not roll my?
Here, I can re-roll you, Sasha.
That's
It was higher, so you go back to 21.
cool beans. Where exactly are they from us?
Far northeast.
Way over there.
Way over there? Like here? Is that what I see?
100, almost 200 feet away.
Yeah.
That's
I don't
a
like
lot. That's
that
why are you
we're
rolling
bad.
why are you rolling so many times?
So many bats and so many birds.
Why do they all have
Okay. And then he's probably going to get higher. No, he can't get higher. So it'll probably be, but... Actually, no, he's going to get lower even. All right. Alistair, you're 18.19.
Yep.
ba 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 ba?
And Sten, what were you?
6.12.
6.12. All right. Which brings us to the first swarm of bats, who are going to swoop in and use their bite attack.
Oh, we fought bats before too, I think.
And what's his name? Is Mark missed them all?
That is enough to hit. Oh, that's wrong. Hold on, I need to re-roll that damage because I thought that it was the other way. Ignore the first roll. That's more right. All right. So this swarm takes 6 points of damage as the bats beset upon them. Mim, it is your turn.
Okay. Well, at least I'm not slowed.
Yes, you have disadvantage on ability checks, but you still...
Yeah. 25. And I can use an action movement too, so I can move 90 feet, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, so you can use an action movement. All right.
Yeah.
So you still have your action though. You've used your bonus action and your movement.
Yeah, which is 60 feet in total. Or no, is my normal speed 60? No, my normal
No.
movement is 30.
Oh, you
my
dash.
bonus action
Got
is
it.
30. Yeah, and then, yeah. So that's my
Got
turn.
it. All right,
You
Adunbi.
can move 90 feet a turn.
Yeah, but then not do anything else.
Yeah. I'll dash. I'll do a little dashing. That lets me go one square.
No. The squares aren't accurate. So
Okay.
just
Drop
treat
a
them as
0
9,
when
yeah.
you're measuring.
Okay. Or maybe the squares are more accurate than you think. Dun, dun, dun.
All right.
That's my turn.
Alistair.
Speed still halved. Cool. So unfortunately, that's my turn.
All right. This swarm of bats is going to move in and attack as well. That's a crit.
Is that 110 feet? Wait. Oh. It's fine.
Did you want to use a silver barbs?
Nope, it's fine. I waited too long.
No, you're good. You can still do it.
I can't. I don't have the range. It's 60 feet, not 120. I thought it was
So
100.
they take 8 damage. Luckily, not a massive crit. Which brings us to Andar.
Okay. I'm gonna move and dash.
Cool.
And that's it.
Look at that combat over there. We can do nothing about.
Swarm of ravens is going to use their beak.
Beak. What if it's the
They're
raven,
gonna
the werewolf?
miss. This swarm of bats is going to close in on the distracted group of ravens. These ravens in the front are suffering. All right, which brings us to Irina, who is also going to do precisely what Mim did and go for the 90 movement. But she has to go around stuff. She can go there.
Attack of opportunity.
All right.
Right.
Which brings us to this swarm of bats.
They suck. It's a bad idea.
That's damage.
Oh.
5 points of piercing to these ravens. Which brings us to said ravens, who shall retaliate. And are gonna hit for 3 damage. Which brings us to these ravens, who are going to try and help defend their surrounded brethren. That's big. Dealing 8 damage to this swarm here. This swarm is going to take the opportunity to flank this swarm. Roll at advantage. Do normal damage. For 7 points. Which brings us to Sten.
Okay, I'm gonna go Team Bird. I'm gonna polymorph into a giant eagle.
Okay. Let me
It has
get
80
that.
feet. I'm just gonna test you with all the.
Yeah, no joke, right?
It's got 80-foot flight speed.
There you go. You are here, and this configure ownership.
Oh, it's.
Hold on there. Configure ownership. Then owner. You are now capable of moving.
80 feet. Just double check it doesn't have any cooler abilities. Nope, just 80 feet. That will be my turn.
All right. Which brings us to this swarm of bats, who is going to pile onto the one that's suffering. Attack at advantage. But neither's going to hit. Still not going to hit. All right, so Casimir is going to dash.
Cap, if I send a message in chat, it won't fuck anything up, right?
No, you're good. There, which is 60 feet. Brings us to this swarm of ravens, who is going to retaliate against the ones on them for a total of 10 damage. Massive. All right. The battle continues. The bats who were just hit fight back. That does hit. Oop. For 4 damage. Significantly less. Mim.
If I hit a swarm of bats, it's as if it's like one big thing, right?
Correct. It still
Like one of
functions
them.
as a normal attack.
Okay. 60 feet. I am going to... Oh, it says I'm... That's so funny. Okay, I'll do fire bolt on that one.
Got it.
Firebolt. And it won't let me because of the distance.
Just untarget and just try and roll it straight.
How do I untarget? It's a great question. Do you know how to untarget?
Right click on it and do... Yeah, you got it.
It's on. That was weird. I think it was because I was in my... That was weird. Standard roll. Wait, is it an ability?
No,
Flint.
an attack is
Okay.
not an ability.
Well, I don't know anything. Does a 15
That
hit?
does hit.
8 damage?
8 damage.
Mm-hmm.
You take out a solid handful of bats who all go singeing to the ground, screeching in pain.
And I yell, "Hey, you over here!" And that's my turn.
All right. Which brings us to a Doonby.
Oh. Still. So I'm gonna have to dash to here. And that's all we can do for now.
All right. I wish the eagles
Or a fish.
turned toward the direction you move them. All right. Which brings us to Alistair, who is in the bathroom. He said he was going to 30 feet with dash. Trudge through the snow. And off he goes. This swarm of bats attack the surrounded group of ravens. That's gonna hit, but not a crit.
It's not. Wait, which? Okay.
7 points. More ravens fall. This particular group of ravens is in trouble. which brings us to Andar.
So I'm going to take a step back, reach out a hand to Alistair, and say, would you like to get there faster?
I presume his answer would be yes.
Probably say yes.
We're gonna assume yes.
So then I'm going to Dimension Doris to right here.
Hold on. Keep that ping so I can move you there. One more time. Done. Poof. Poof. And there you are.
Oh, I have moved.
You've just been dimension doored. Andar asked your permission, and we presumed you would probably say yes.
Hell yeah. Cool.
Is that your turn?
And I'm going to take a few steps up, and that's it.
All right. Which brings us to the Ravens in trouble. There's only a handful of them left. They're going to try and attack. Which of these are the weakest? The one on the left. These guys. They're going to try and hit. And with their last bit of strength, they managed to hit for 5 damage. They manage in a last-ditch attempt to get almost all of the bats as the Ravens beset this group. This group of bats here is a very small, like handful of bats left in that cluster, which brings us to them. They will retaliate. Actually, that's an advantage because the other one's surrounded.
Which one is it attacking? The one that it just attacked it? This one?
The bottom one.
Does
It is very small, so it only gets... Does a 13 what? A 13 would hit, yes. Do you want to silvery barbs it?
You already did. You did the damage.
No, you're fine. If you... I can undo it. I haven't entered it yet.
You told me not to do it.
I only after I've entered damage.
Okay, fine. Oh, I still keep doing that.
So you want to silvery barbs that?
Yeah, and it's being a... Well, silvery barbsing the bat, so it has to roll again.
Yes. So it rolls again. It'll
Yay.
still hit.
Great.
But who are you giving advantage?
Who's next in our... Wait, where are we at? We are... And I just went... It's this Raven, this bat, Arena...
A Doonby and then Alistair after... Oh, wait. No, it's after...
Den...
It's Irina, then Sten.
Or the Raven.
Or the Raven.
This one's not a...
The one that's next in the turn order would be... This one. Followed by this one.
I don't think I can reach that one. I'm gonna give this Raven advantage.
Got it. All right. So it still does manage to hit. It's going to do... Same roll 3. Which is just enough to kill this group of ravens. That group of ravens
That's why
falls
you let
down.
me do it.
That group of ravens is gone. Which brings us to Irina, who is going to do precisely... She's going to bonus action dash to get 60 feet. But then that should bring her in range for the longbow. And she is going to try and hit this group. Manages to spear a few bats. They're moving very quickly, but she manages to get a shot off, which brings us to this swarm. We're going to...
Did it look like her arrow hit for the damage that would be expected?
Let me double check. Oh, interesting. That's actually a valid point, and I need to undo some things.
For what?
I didn't realize that they both had resistances. So, hold on. I have to half damage everything that's been damaged.
Oh, yeah.
So that's up to this. That's
Half
up
damage.
to
I'm gonna go.
valid point. There. That would be. Oh. Okay. Let me literally heal every swarm real quick. This swarm isn't dead. It is in fact at half. And is alive. This one
It's
is
alive.
fine. And this one is there. All right. Valid point. She manages to spear one bat. But it mostly passes through because they're moving too quickly. So this swarm going to attack. It was a 22. So now it rolls damage. All right, that is 7. Which brings us to this group of ravens who retaliate. With... I don't use swarms very often. That much?
Yeah, they're weird.
They are weird. Cool, though. Which brings us to this group of ravens who gets advantage from silvery barbs. Which doesn't help it, unfortunately.
I mean, it helped a little bit. Gave it +1.
This one gets advantage because the swarm that they have is flanked, which is just enough to hit. Doing that much damage. 10.
I'm just gonna dash. Oh man. Okay. Hold on. Actually, that's 80 feet. Would you say I'm within melee? I don't
say
know
so,
where
yes.
my. Okay. I just don't know where my. The front of it is, but okay. So if I'm in melee,
Technically,
then I
this
will...
square is the front of your bird. You operate a 4. You are a large creature, so you occupy 4 squares.
Okay, I will multi-attack, 2 attacks, 1 with beak, 1 with talent. So I'll do both on this.
On this boy.
Yes. +5. Okay. So 17 and 16 to hit.
Okay, both of them hit.
Cool. Okay, so the beak does 5 piercing damage.
Okay.
And 2d6. And the talons do... That's correct. 6 piercing. No, 6 slashing.
6 slashing, got it. All right, so
That's
you
it.
managed to fly in and bite into one bat and throw it down and scratch into 2 more who go careening off to the side. The bats are now aware of your presence, which
All 20 of my health. Let me have it.
this one is going to continue laying into the one in the center because they've got this group surrounded.
I've got you surrounded.
That's enough. All right. Managed to take out a chunk of birds who go plopping into the snow. Casimir going to once again try and dash. He has half movement, so he can only move 30 feet. That's where he gets. which brings us to this swarm, which is going to continue fighting for its life.
Fight me.
That's enough. For 8 damage. Which brings us back to the top. That group of bats retaliates once again. With a wimpy roll, but a good number. For 6 piercing. Which brings us to Mim.
Okay. Can I cast a bonus action spell as an action? No. Right? I don't think it matters, actually. 50 feet. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to
All
think.
good.
I'm gonna, as my action, move 30 feet and then move my normal 30 feet, but I'm gonna bonus action Shadow Blade. Which yeah, so that's what I'll do. If I go here, I'm not. Well, it doesn't matter. I don't actually need advantage. Because Shadow Blade gives me. I'm gonna move here. Attack these bitches.
Got it. You get flanking.
I already have advantage because Shadow Blade.
Yep.
Does a 20 hit?
A 20 does hit.
Fuck yeah. 10 damage, psychic, and where's the thing? Feature, sneak attack. Normal. 20 sneak attack damage.
All right. You come through and just cleave through, just separating this entire swarm of bats. They go down, and the ravens turn away towards these other groups on either side. A Doonby. Unless you have something else you want to do.
Can I just move? I think I had like 5 or something movement left.
Yes,
I'm not
you
sure.
can move in.
I just want to go there. Oh wait, no, actually. Yes. Sorry. Go ahead.
I'm closer.
All right.
That's my turn.
Which brings us to Alistair. You are much closer.
Okay. Yes, indeed. This one.
Got it?
This guy right here. He's getting shot.
It's getting shot in here.
So shot.
Am
that's
I
not weird.
still
It's good.
at disadvantage? Please hold.
So take
I'm not.
out all those.
So dirty 20.
All right. That'll hit.
We love a dirty 20.
For 14 silvered piercing.
Woo!
All right. 14 silvered piercing.
And are they still up?
They are still up.
Getting
Chance
shot
to clear a
again.
few.
This might not hit 14.
14 does hit.
Oh, sweet. They get hit for 12 silvered
Bats in
piercing.
my ears.
I know.
12 silver damage. You guys had to get close enough that you could hear the bat.
This is what Strahd plays at night to fall asleep.
Let's see. Bonus action can heal one creature. Ooh, are they within 60 feet? That do be the question. They are. Which of these two ravens are looking the worst for wear?
Nice. Where?
This one.
Huh. Cool. They heal for. Let's see, I can do We'll do 2. Nine hit points
All right.
with healing light.
A light flashes, and some of the birds in the group seem to be revitalized. Well, a few that were kind of flapping on the ground seem to stand up and fly back up into the fray.
That's my turn.
All right. Which brings us to this swarm of bats, who is going to attack the ones that were just healed. They're going to miss. They're struggling. Which brings us to Andar.
I will shoot a firebolt at these guys.
Which ones? Those ones? Got it.
Top ones.
That'll absolutely hit.
22 will hit. 4 to 16.
That is a massive amount of bats that just singe into flame and go poof, 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 plopping into the snow. Is that your turn?
Yep.
All right, so this group of bats is looking worse for wear, and these ravens are going to turn into try and take advantage of that. They will absolutely hit. And they are going to take out the last of these bats here. Which go down.
Neat.
Which brings us to Irina, who is going to levy another shot with her longbow. She's going to hit this group over here. Or... managed to spear another bat out of the air. Just the one. And then she's going to move in another 15 feet, because that's all she can move. Oh, she can bonus action dash. So she'll go 30 feet. This swarm of bats here also attack. That's not going to hit. The group of ravens takes advantage of that and tries to retaliate back. That is going to hit for a total of 9 damage. Which brings us to the ones by Mim, who are also going to attack. But are going to miss. And their bats are going to retaliate back. And hit. For 1 damage. Just managing to take out 1 crow.
Raven?
Raven. The crows and ravens.
Okay.
It is a mix. Sten, it is your turn.
Which bat group is looking the sparsest?
Let me take a quick scan. This one is looking about half of the number that it originally started. This one's looking about a quarter of the number that originally started. And this one's looking about half. This one, on the other hand, is full strength.
I'll fly around, but I'll attack this one up here.
Okay.
Multi-attack, okay.
Multi-attack.
First one is a 15, and the second one is a 19.
Both will hit.
Narrowly. Okay, so this is, let me have this up again. +3, so 5 piercing damage on the first attack.
Yep.
And 9 slashing.
All right, that is enough to you come in and you just start clawing and biting at these bats and just pulling them out of the air until the last few bats disperse and fly away, you have managed to break up this swarm.
Nice. Make the most poignant caw you've ever heard out of an eagle. No W.
Fair enough.
No W.
This group of bats is going to attack the ones by Mim and hit. All right. This group of ravens. A few more fall. Casimir gonna try and make it another 30 feet. Does that put him in range, actually? Let me see. That's 105. What's the range on that? Yes, he is going to firebolt that swarm. And hit them. For a total of 9 fire damage, singeing a group of bats out of the air. Which brings us to the ravens at the top. They are going to attack. And hit. For minimal damage, only able to take out a couple bats, and the bats are going to turn around and attack right back. But miss in the process. Mim, it is your turn.
Cool. This group of ravens looking pretty sparse, and so is the bat group. Is that
Actually,
correct?
so the ravens have been healed, so they're in pretty strong numbers again.
Okay.
None of them have lost more than about a quarter of their number.
Cool. Damn. I'd have to go over. If I go... Why does it say 250 and then 350 feet?
That's because it's 350 total, including the 100 that you already did.
Oh. Blah. Okay. I want to go... not let this back get an opportunity attack, so I want to just go above that group and attack.
That'll be tough because there's a swarm of them, so getting past them is tough.
Which ones? These ones? Well, I went up. I would go up like this.
Yes. So then
Yeah.
you would have to make it. What is it? Well, even then, you hit this square here.
Which one?
This one is in their threat range. So the minute you pass that direction,
fair. Okay, then I'll just move to the other side of this swarm, and then so that raven
all right.
can have attack of opportunity if they're alive. This
The ravens aren't gonna attack you.
No, not me. They have advantage, is what I mean.
Yes.
That's good to know. We didn't check that yet. We could have been fighting the wrong guys.
Does a 12 hit?
A 12 does hit.
Hey! Damage, normal.
That'd be hilarious.
10 psychic.
All right. You managed to cleave through the grand majority of the bats here. There's only a few still flitting around.
You're missing. Sneak attack.
Never mind.
And now they're all dead.
Now they are all dead.
Okay. I was like, you're forgetting something.
Mim literally is flying through these swarms like a whirling dervish. She's just spinning, and you watch as she's deftly maneuvering her blades to angle into different bats as she basically spins as a tornado of death through these clouds and swarms.
Can I have
Slice.
a skewer of some bats on my my rapier?
Well, right now you're using your shadow blades, so.
Oh, you're right. Damn. Well, either way.
But
In my head, it's the Strahd kebab.
it's literally like watching a hummingbird version of Yoda, just like tumbling and spinning with these blades through these clouds and just bodies falling left and right.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
Adunbi, it is your turn. Unless maybe you have anything else.
Nope. Oh wait, actually, I can move because they're not there anymore. And I did what? I was here. That's 15 damage.
Well, you can't move
15.
through them, so it would have been 15.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So hold on, let me fix this. It would be.
It's an extra 5, so it's 20 to
It'd
get. It was 20
be-
to get to here.
Actually, 2 diagonals is 25, but yes.
I did diagonal.
You did diagonal once, then
Isn't it if I go through or above them? Isn't that like that takes extra movement or whatever?
no. So you've moved 25 is the point. No matter which way you go, it'll be 25.
Yeah.
5, 10. I'm sorry. 5, 10, 20. I stand corrected.
Yeah.
My bad.
Okay. Thank you. Then I'm gonna go 5.
So that makes it
and-
25. Yep, 10.
Yeah. So that's where I'll go.
Cool.
Oh my god. Oh, there we go. That's my turn.
Cool. Adunbi.
All right, I moved 30 feet. We're gonna produce flame. This one. I think I'm in 30. No, that's 50 feet away. That's 40 feet away. Up. Don't have a lot of range. I guess I'll dash one more time. This is very. You guys can get here so fast.
Sorry.
I mean, it's not your fault that you got there faster than me. I'm slow. All right, that's my turn.
All right. No action.
My action was to dash.
Okay. Alistair.
This guy right here.
Yep.
He's getting shot.
Chat. I will
do I
say
have
you're
advantage 'cause flank?
firing through essentially through another swarm, which is going to be tough. You could shoot
Okay, so would it
past
be-
Sten. You'd have a clearer shot at this one, yes.
Okay, then we'll do that one first.
Okay.
Natural 20 for a 30 to hit.
That'll absolutely hit.
It does a really bad crit for 9 silver piercing.
All right. They are still standing.
I will shoot him again.
Do it.
21 to hit.
That'll hit.
10 silver piercing.
And silvered piercing. You managed to, with 2 shots, spear shish kebab a number of bats. There are just a few still flitting in that group.
Cool. That will be my turn.
And are.
So it's a Strahd kebab, is what Sten declared it.
It's canon now.
Be a really fun, like, themed dessert, right? Or not dessert, meal, dinner?
Like
That's the word I was looking
appetizer
for.
or yeah. Yep.
Meal, dinner, something.
People eat that.
Anything.
I'll shoot these top guys with a firebolt.
Do it. Don't even bother. They're gone.
It was 1 point.
They all incinerate into. At this point, there's so few of them that you incinerate them literally into dust.
They're just cooked Strahd kebabs.
Which brings us to this swarm of ravens, who is going to move in to assist their brethren. And with advantage using Mim's flank is gonna hit for 7 damage. Which brings us to Irina, who is going to also be firing at disadvantage because she's firing through another kind of a diagonal of another swarm, but she's going to try.
That's a,
She does manage to hit.
but the 20.
For a decent amount of damage as well. Managing to hit an angle and spear multiple bats on the way down. This group of bats is going to... Who around them is the weakest? Honestly, they're going to turn towards Mim and in one last-ditch effort try and attack Mim.
How offensive.
Wow.
A 10
The
won't hit.
weakest.
Stop.
Very.
Face.
Which brings us to the Ravens on the left. They are going to attempt to finish off the bats. They're going to miss. This swarm of Ravens, what is their movement? It is 50. Can they make it? They absolutely can. They're going to come in to try and surround the last of these bats. And they are going to hit. And with a few last cause, you watch as the bats fall, leaving only the Raven. Hold on
I'm here.
1 second while
I'm here. What did I miss? What's going on, huh?
We'll do this one for now.
Lay in.
So as the chirps of the bats die away and the caws of the Ravens are all you left to hear, the last bats lay twitching and dying on the dank roadway in piles spread for dozens of feet. A fair number of Ravens lay among them. The remaining Ravens wheel and caw in a cloud for a few seconds, and then as a unit, they fly towards you. And they land on your shoulders and outstretched hands and on the ground covered in snow, kind of slightly jumping from place to place on the frosty surface. They seem to be cawing repeatedly at you, and their intelligent eyes seem to understand and appreciate your assistance.
They're murdering us.
Boo!
Get out.
You suck.
I just walk away.
Say that. Will one let me head pat it gently?
Oh, yeah.
Well.
Thanks for watching over us, I assume.
And as a unit, they all start to rise up into the air. And you see them. Come on, can I not unselect that one? That sucks. As a unit, they fly up into the air and fly off into the distance.
Good to know they're looking out for us.
I think more of them looking out for us or us looking out for them.
Well, it could be both. They have been following us and kind of keeping an eye on us and everything.
This is also definitely a weird place for bats, so.
Yep. All right, Boo. Shall we proceed?
Are the bats on the ground?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
would you like me? Here are their corpses.
Where are their corpses?
The fields of bats.
Like,
I'm going to take one.
I have a limited number of this type of bolt. Like, could I recover bolts from bodies?
Ooh.
Sure.
Cool, I will do that.
I'll say you recover 60% of whatever you shot.
Cool, sounds good.
Can I take a bat?
Yeah? You just want a dead
Okay.
bat?
Yep.
Yeah, you can take a bat.
Yay. I'm gonna put it in my loot. thing.
No particular reason.
Can I take a Strahd kebab?
Can I have a kebab?
You know what? Actually, I'm gonna take 3 bats. Is that okay?
Of course.
I wrap them up in like
In fact, Casimir's starting to just bag them.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Then I'm
You
gonna
just
take
walk
a-
around with a bag, just like
Now you
any
feel less bad about taking
any
one.
that isn't particularly singed by a firebolt or isn't completely like split by an arrow or a bolt.
Okay, well then
He's just
I
starting
see
to bag.
him, and I kind of like eye him and like kind of go grab as many as I can. Then.
All right. You can carry significantly less than he can, but
Yeah.
he just starts throwing them all in a bag.
Cool. I just said bag of dead bats, so however many you say I got.
We'll say
Bagel
for you and your size, we'll say that you have 5 in there.
Okay, fine.
Somebody tell me why we're tidying up.
Meat in Barovia is hard to come by. This will make a good stew.
Or a Strahd kebab. Kebab's with a K, right? Yeah.
What is a Strahd kebab?
Have you ever had a regular kebab?
What is a kebab?
Are there any random bats, even the burned ones, that are around?
There's got to be a few with an arrow through them.
Yeah,
because
there's a few,
Irina
yes.
also shot.
There's a
Well, I
handful.
grab a couple and just put them on my like I stab a few and then like kebab.
A roast.
Yeah,
Sure.
more or less.
Yeah,
Of course.
really tasty with some teriyaki sauce.
What is teriyaki sauce?
All right, come along, Drax. Let's go.
Well, when we save Barovia, we'll get you some food, some real good food.
Arena's kind of like averting her eyes from everybody just picking up the dead bats. And is kind of just like trying to walk towards where everybody is. Sten, are you staying as an eagle?
Yeah, for now, I want to actually fly out a bit because I'm pretty fast and go scout further up.
All right. So
'Cause
you
I've got advantage that'll give me a straight roll. So
fly up above the group, and you are able to see both the winding mountain path and the bridge up behind you leading up into the actual mountain, whereas the path in front of you is this alpine kind of hilly, mostly foothill area that seems to wind down towards the forest and progressively get less snowy and more wooded. But the fog is fairly thick as you get out of the alpine zone. It does appear to be fairly quiet from what you can see in most directions. You spot a little bit of movement with your eagle eyes of various wild animals, a few deer here or there, a couple wolves. Nothing that seems to be an imminent threat to you or your group.
okay, I'll fly back
All right.
home. Out the fog. I'm gone.
Peace out. All right. Do we want to do just a ever so slight bathroom break?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
That would
Yeah,
be
that'd
great.
be pretty nice.
All right.
How much longer are we going?
Probably only about half an hour, 50 minutes, depending on what you guys do. So we'll have you guys move here. You've moved 2 miles for the day. A decent chunk of you are still moving half speed, right?
Yeah, I think
Yes.
so.
Yes.
I'm not.
So you're not going to make it out of the alpine zone today. So we'll do a quick bathroom break, and then we'll see if anybody has any other discussions that they want to cover while you guys are traveling.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right, bathroom time.
I just
You're
got a text
totally
message.
right. I have been muted.
Is it since we just came back from the break?
Fuck. Yes. Let me
I have
recap
been muted.
what has just occurred.
It's a
They
good
are hiking.
conversation.
How did this start? This started with
Conversation
Sten
between
and
Alistair and I. He's like, "Hey, can you do that dream thing again?" I said, "No way, Jose."
that wasn't canon though. But so you and Adunbi started a conversation. How did we start this? Just to recap how we got here.
Sten is asking me about what exactly did the
I
huntress
wanted
say?
to know more about more about the huntress because I was interested in if because her trial's described as maybe having to talk about deceased loved ones, and if he saw that, because I don't want to find out that someone has died via trial about talking to dead loved ones, and then started talking about more trials because he's kind of pressuring me about that, and I made small mention of the Mountain Feigned or the Secret Trial and how it's arguably the most difficult because you have to face the darkest part of yourself. And instead of talking about that, I deflected until I side-eyed Irina and she felt my eyes on the back of her head, and I made her very defensive.
And Adunbi did touch on that he had a vision of waves of undead coming up a hill, but that it wasn't very specific. And Sten expressed fear that perhaps those undead might be familiar faces or faces that they did not know were dead, which he would like to hope is not the case and would avoid. Adunbi dismissed it out of hand as would never happen. And then the conversation proceeded to, well, should we potentially discuss the darkest part of ourselves? At which point Mim chimed in, and there was a discussion of whether or not that would affect friendships. At which point Irina jumped in and said, it seems that there might be some suspicions.
Because I thought it was about ruining friendships, but Sten apparently was hinting at something else.
And so then Mim was like, well, let's just talk about it. Irina, do you have the hots for Strahd? At which point she got all blushy and awkward. And then everyone was like, how could you like someone who has enslaved an entire region? She said
Except
that
Alistair.
except Alistair, who at that point she said enslavement's a bit of a leap of logic, being a lord of the land, but she recognizes that it's complicated and that maybe we just don't have the whole picture. Mim said that how much of the picture doesn't matter because we have enough of a picture to determine that he's a monster, and Adunbi basically doubled down saying, like, you need to make a decision because I don't want to be in the thick of it and have it be a problem if at the last second you change your mind. At which point she said, essentially,
That's fair.
that the concern is founded, but she can't be alone in thinking that perhaps there's more to the story. And Adunbi kind of countered with, well, we're working on the Fanes, and that would, from what we've been told, remove aspects of Strahd's power, and so we can't avoid doing that and pretend that we're not doing that because he's evil. At which point she said, well, maybe if we are able to supposedly undeify Strahd, that might be a chance to ground him in a way. And Dunby then countered with, well, if we do ground him and we try and save him, quote unquote, we essentially have to fight gods, referring to Vampire. And he said, would you rather fight a god than Strahd himself? At which point Irina, that was the point in the conversation we had reached. Did I miss any important points? Oh, also, Irina tried to tie in Andar as an example of how enslavement was a leap of logic by saying just by making someone a lord, that doesn't make them somebody who participates in enslavement. Andar's a lord, at which point Andar was like, leave me out of this.
Yeah, but like capitalism, enslavement.
Any other key points that I missed? Apologies.
I looked really good, like really good.
Yep, everyone looks
The
great.
snow glistening.
There was a joke about how Adunbi could see at least 2 dark parts of Sten, so he raised his ear so that the shadows weren't on his face. It was a funny joke. My bad. So anyway, we'll jump back in on the would you rather face Vampire or Strahd. Oh, and Irina basically, that was what Irina said. Well, I'll admit, I'm still getting used to the idea of how magic works, let alone these dark phantasmal forces that seem to govern aspects of reality. You'll have to bear with me on that. I'm still trying to figure it out.
On the plus side of Doombeat, we already have 2 gods riding shotgun, so there's that.
Is that really a plus, though? Because they don't
Undecided.
Irina, do you have a better idea of how to get everybody out of this curse?
No, but we seem to be assuming that the curse is tied to Strahd himself, which we have so far. We know he's potentially the cause here, but to Alistair's point, he didn't cause it. Well, he is the reason it occurred, but he isn't the one who put it in place. That was Vampire himself. And so
He's a pawn in a greater chess game.
And to that point, I'm just wondering how much we can blame a pawn in somebody else's game, however questionable his choices. I'm not defending his choices.
He's a pawn in somebody else's game, but he initiated the game and didn't realize he was a pawn. He thought he was a player. So it's been so long at this point, maybe he's also a player. Also, Irina, what if you ask him?
What if I ask him what?
About the past.
I mean, I could try, but that would require us to... Well, bring him here. Or us head back there. I guess... Wait, Alistair, do you still have the brimstone, or does she still have the brimstone? Did you give it back to her? Let me check her inventory.
He gave it to me and I gave it to her.
Okay,
Yeah.
so she does have it. She does. She takes it out.
Mm,
I
Which
guess
is the-
no, I don't think I know.
So that's the first time that Alistair has seen it. Not in my hand.
Oh, I don't think I know what it is, actually.
She takes it out and she looks at it. I am able to reach him, but it's a one-way trip. She kind of like rolls it in her fingers.
Kind of look at the group, a little bit confused. And
I mean,
concerned.
it's certainly your call, Irina.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to do anything right now. We don't have any semblance of a plan, let alone...
No, we have a plan. You just don't like our plan.
Well, no, it's not that I don't like the plan. I'm saying specifically about this. I'm saying if I were to just crush this right now and I appear there with him, I'm just supposed to ask, and then what? It's not like he likely will let me leave.
No, with Vampire, I'm sure.
Is Vampire still stuck in the Amber though? Is Vampire still there? No?
Nope. Vampire's out.
Yeah, it's broken.
Vampire's the one who made
Vampire's-
Barovia.
One is broken. That's what I thought. I just didn't know if it was like a before or after thing. I couldn't remember. You're right.
He is free.
So how do we? So above table. Our plan was just at least to get the Fanes freed.
Reconsecrated.
Yeah.
Reconsecrated.
Consecrated. And we didn't really decide to do anything with Vampire.
I'll be real. It kind of, like, above table is sounding like we have 2 fights that we can hit at endgame. Either the large god fight, which is
Or
doing
this-
the Fane shit and then trying to figure out a way to fight Vampire, or we can go up against Strahd, which is probably a quicker version, but
I will clarify slightly. The Fanes give Strahd power over Barovia specifically. The Fanes, from what Mr. E told you, and from what you found out in the temple, the Fanes, the desecration of the Fanes by Strahd allows Strahd specific influence over Barovia as an entity, the land, the weather, etc. By reconsecrating the Fanes, you return that power to their original deities, essentially, the Fanes, and remove those abilities from Strahd himself, weakening Strahd's capability and powers throughout his region, but not necessarily affecting Vampire directly in any way, because Vampire is a separate entity. The Fanes... Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. Was that after he was trapped with the Fanes, or was that before?
Who?
The
I don't think we
consecrated.
know the timeline on that. I think we could probably assume after, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I guess.
Yes,
my
you don't know
question
when
is-
he desecrated them. That's one thing that no one has asked.
I guess my question then would be, are the Fanes the thing that Strahd consecrated them, whatever?
Desecrated them is the word you're looking for.
Desecrated.
No, I thought it was deconsecrated or whatever. Or is that not? Oh,
It's
it's not a word.
desecrated, yeah.
Oh, that's
Desecrate-
for the specific situation, yeah. Consecration, desecration.
Did he desecrate them in order to get power away from Vampire of this cage that he's locked in?
That you don't know.
And by consecrating, are we then just giving power back to Vampire? Is this a terrible plan? We don't know. We
So
don't have any of the knowledge.
that is something that nobody discussed, correct?
So
Well,
he,
Fanes
that's
could-
not
says he's
it's not a problem.
what are the body, the something, and the body, the mind, and the something of Barovia is what he calls himself.
In the
Which-
letter, let me look.
Well, I can't really remember what it is, but those kind of a little bit align with, like if it was body, mind, and soul, those do align with the Fanes.
Pulling
If there ever were to be a body challenge, a mind challenge, and a soul challenge, those are perfectly.
You have this, so I will reference it back for you guys as the tome. I am the ancient, I am the land. My beginnings are lost in the darkness of the past. I was the warrior, I was good and just. I thundered across the land like the wrath of a just god, but the war years and the killing years wore down my soul as the wind wears stone into sand. All goodness slipped from my life. I found my youth and strength gone, and all I had left was death. My army settled in the valley of Barovia and took peace over the people in the name of a just God, but with none of a God's grace or justice. I called for my family, long unseated from their ancient thrones, and brought them here to settle in the castle Ravenloft. They came with a younger brother of mine, Sergei. He was handsome and youthful. I hated him for both. From the families of the valley, one spirit shone above all the others, a rare beauty who was called perfection, joy, and treasure. Her name was Tatiana, and I longed for her to be mine. I loved her with all my heart. I loved her for her youth, I loved her for her joy, but she spurned me. Old One was my name to her, elder and brother also. Her heart went to Sergei. They were betrothed, and the date was set. With words she called me brother, but when I looked into her eyes, they reflected another name, death. It was the death of the age that she saw in me. She loved her youth and enjoyed it, but I had squandered mine. The death she saw in me turned her from me, and so I came to hate death, my death. My hate is very strong. I would not be called death so soon. I made a pact with death, a pact of blood. On the day of the wedding, I killed Sergei, my brother. My pact was sealed with his blood. I found Tatiana weeping in the garden east of the chapel. She fled from me. She would not let me explain, and a great anger swelled within me. She had to understand the pact I made for her. I pursued her. Finally, in despair, she flung herself from the walls of Ravenloft, and I watched everything I ever wanted fall from my grasp forever. It was 1,000 feet through the mists. No trace of her was ever found. Not even I know her final fate. Arrows from the castle guards pierced me to my soul, but I did not die, nor did I live. I became undead forever. I have studied much since then. Vampire is my new name. I still lust for life and youth, and I curse the living that took them from me. Even the sun is against me. It is the sun and its light I fear the most, but little else can harm me now. Even a stake through my heart does not kill me, though it holds me from movement. But the sword, that cursed sword that Sergei brought, I must dispose of that awful tool. I fear and hate it as much as the sun. I have often hunted for Tatiana. I have even felt her within my grasp, but she escapes. She taunts me. She taunts me. What will it take to bend her to love me? Bend her love to me. I now reside far below Ravenloft. I live among the dead and sleep beneath the very stones of this hollow castle of despair. I shall seal shut the walls of the stairs that none may disturb me.
So he thinks himself vampire.
And
Also,
could that be true in the way that
Are they elect champions?
yeah,
I
right?
don't
Like
know.
in the way that the other god is tied to me. The one we know literally zero about.
no, I know that Strahd's evil because he's creepy stalker vibes and killed his brother to force a girl, bend her love to him or whatever.
Walks like a duck. Quacks like a duck. Probably a Strahd.
I mean, we'll see if we end up doing the first feign and reconsecrating it, if that makes him angry or not.
I mean, from what it sounded like, he's already angry. His anger burns.
But I forget what the question was.
What question?
That started the whole everything we're talking about now?
You guys were discussing whether or not, basically, it started with Hermes pointing out either we can do the feigns and face Vampire, or we can face Strahd. And I clarified, well, the feigns weaken Strahd, not necessarily weaken Vampire. They remove his abilities to manipulate Barovia as a region.
I don't think we have any means of getting to Vampire except through Strahd. Assuming he'll look for a new champion if we kill him.
Do you think Strahd wants to be saved? This is me as Mim. As in a general.
Definitely
Okay, we're going
not.
back into character.
Oh, no, sorry, we don't have to. I just was
No,
like,
no, no. I'm perfectly happy to. I just want to clarify.
Well, I don't think he necessarily wants to be saved. I also don't know that getting rid of Strahd really is the answer here. I think it's the beginning of the answer, but Vampire will just find a new champion.
Strahd would not sacrifice power for anything.
But what about my role in all of this? Because we know of Tatiana, and we know that somehow within myself, I carry at least a piece of her, if not her herself. And I seem to just be some cog in this wheel.
And
I'm still working through the implications of what it means that my entire identity has been only partially my own for the duration of my existence. But if as we say, this is some sort of game, some sort of chessboard of these dark powers and the people of this land. Where am I on that board, and what is my purpose?
Honestly, I think you're riding the middle by being with us. If should you choose to go and be with Strahd, it sounds like Vampire will find a way to have you killed. And if you don't, and you go against or leave or run from Strahd, you're doing the same thing that, as it sounds, you've done a million times.
So am I just doomed to perish over and over?
Or fight with us.
But
And
even if I
I'm
do
afraid-
fight with you, is what's the
You might-
difference? If I
you
fought
might
against Strahd before and I died then,
It's the only way to break the cycle.
is to just die over and over until something changes?
It's to defeat
Also-
the vampire or defeat Strahd, break the curse.
I'm not sure if in any of these loops, per se, you had this and I'll summon the sword. I don't know that you've ever been so close.
Well, I know at least once, because it belonged to Sergei. And if it belonged to Sergei, then Tatiana knows of it. But perhaps a different form, admittedly.
Has she held the sword?
Tatiana?
Have you, Irina?
Irina, have you held this yet?
Well, no.
I'll flip it around so I'm holding the top of it, and
Well, I can't imagine it's going to be much use to me. And she takes it from you, and the minute that she holds it, well, fuck.
well, you're holding that for the rest of our travels.
But it's unwieldy.
Just think of it as a rapier. I promise it mostly works that way.
Fuck.
How tragically poetic it is that Irina might have to be the
I wanna kill
one
Strahd.
to kill Strahd. Yep.
Look, as much as you said you had visions, right? Dreams. You said Sergei visited you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's to say that this isn't just an echo of Tatiana? Because if they're visiting you, I've had no such visions. I've had no such visitations, or, I mean, well, the pool aside, and she kind of glances at Sten. Outside of that terribly traumatic experience, this is clearly meant for you.
That's a bold claim. I believe it's meant for anybody that can bring hope to Barovia.
But I don't even know how to control it, let alone... She kind of like tosses it.
I'm
to
sure
her
you'll
hand.
find those answers out in due time. But has this convinced you what you have to do?
I don't know. It's...
Well,
I just find it hard to...
you don't have much time to decide. So,
But you also don't need to make that decision now, and the sword will turn to mist in her hands.
I just find it hard to condemn someone who has equal chance of being a victim as they do to being the villain.
Do you care more about your people or this chance?
Of course I care about my people, but what kind of ruler would I be if I were to sentence someone to death or whatever suffering he could... He's already undead. Whatever fate we wrought upon him, who's to say that Vampire doesn't have some torturous twist? If this whole thing is to torture Strahd, is it right for me to condemn someone to that fate on a guess? What kind of ruler does that make me?
Are you just going to save every single vampire?
No.
Barovia, then?
We've killed plenty. I'm not saying this has nothing to do with vampirism. This has to do with the specific...
I just don't see what makes Strahd any different. He might have at one point been an innocent person. And he might have had a tragic story. But regardless, he's still vampire.
Perhaps.
If you end up saving him somehow, he's still going to be a vampire that feeds on the innocent.
You're right. That's true.
You could almost say poetic coming from him.
She's gonna put the brimstone away. And, the hand that was holding the sword, you see, is doing her, like, knuckle clenching thing. But then, I have a question for all of you. Because you're trapped here just as much as we are. But should we find some sort of solution? Should we, however we manage, lift the mists and free Barovia from its cage, so to speak? Will you all just leave?
I probably wouldn't just leave. If I'm being honest, I don't really have a lot to go back to. And if I could help rebuild something, I feel like I could stay. But I don't want to stay if Strahd is still in any kind of power.
I don't know that it's any kind of reconciliation, but I don't really know that I can leave, even should Strahd not be in power anymore. We've got a lot going on up here.
All I'm saying is, the group of us, we were brought together by circumstance. And yes, we have the common goal of freeing this place, but many of you are motivated to get home to where you came from.
I mean, that was my first motivation. Listen, Irina, I thought I was the bad guy. Most of my life, I was not good. And when I was here, I just wanted to go back to what my life was, because why would I want to be somewhere that I didn't choose to be? But now that I'm here and met all of you, and you all have helped me a lot, I don't want to just leave to leave. I want to help the people we've met. You and Mal and the people, the Ravens, their name?
Erwin, the Mardikovs.
Danica. Yeah, the Mardikovs.
It's no fun. It's no Blinsky.
And Blinsky. I want to help Blinsky.
Irina, you do that accent perfectly.
So, I've done some really bad things. And I don't want to anymore. And so I hope what we're doing is right, and I want to help the people here. I know it might not be the right choice, but I don't know.
She kind of nods a little bit, and then there's a long moment of silence.
Irina, I took a pact to make sure that Barovia sees hope, that they have hope. And for better or for worse, you are that hope. The reaction the sword had proved it. So I'm by your side, no matter what you should choose.
Thank you, Alistair. I appreciate that greatly.
Well, I'll go, I suppose. Irina, I desperately want to get back to where I'm from. But after sharing even the images of trees and sunlight with people here who don't know otherwise, I'm desperate to show everyone here what it's like to be warm and happy.
Even those who might not have the capacity to enjoy it.
They were robbed from one person. And I need to make sure that that one person, Strahd, doesn't keep keeping the people down. I've promised too many people now that I'm going to fix the trees. Now I have to do it.
Well, we've got a long road ahead of us. She turns and starts walking. All right. Anything else anyone wants to cover for today? Or is that a good point to stop? On that note.
It's a good point to start, I think.
Above table, I will admit it was a heavy debate in my brain whether either Casimir or Irina should make a like good talk, Andar.
Good talk. the old got him.
I did not
I was
want
like,
to cheapen.
just don't bring me into it, okay? I said nothing. I looked at nothing.
I did not want to cheapen what Sten said, but the whole time I was like, oh my god, Sten's just the Lorax.
Mm-hmm. You
I
finally
shall bring
figured it
the
out,
trees.
huh? Finally figured it out. This cover's been blown. Quick, go underground.
Well, GG's. Good game today. Are we all good for next week?
Yeah,
got
I'm
it
good for next
accomplished?
week.
Should be.
I think so.
Hell yes! 2 weeks in a row. Let's go! It's been ages.
I just gotta make sure I set my alarm. I don't know.
Hey, we'll
what
take it.
sometimes you ever have that happen to you where you're just like, one day you're just like la da 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 da. Oh, like I'll lay in bed and my alarm will go off, and you're just like, it doesn't go off, and you're like, what happened to you?
Check if it's AM to PM. That's what is usually or if it's on the wrong day. That's the other thing. Is if it's one of those ones where it's like, oh, I set this one for Monday through Friday, not for the weekend. But I just like when I go turn it on, I'm like, oh, 7:30 sounds great. Check, and it's like on a Sunday, and you're like, fuck.
7:30 on a Sunday. All right, I'm gonna go get some lunch.
Also,
Hell
Hewitt,
yeah.
don't forget to shoot me that photo when you can.
Thank you, will do. All right, I'll talk to y'all later.
All right, bye everybody.
Take it
Thanks for
easy.
games.
Bye-bye. Thanks for the game.
Bye.
Later.